Hormone, bucket of water. Hi. I'm not late. What?
Is it now gonna work?
I am the only audio
Holy
source. I
cow.
speak for everyone.
I might have accidentally
Probably
erased it.
that.
Does it work now? Oh, it's working now. Okay, good.
Yep. Sounds about right. Or looks about right.
Don't kill us.
Yep. Sounds like they're seeing
There we
us.
go. We got it.
Hooray. Hello?
Which wife is this? Not my wife. Different wife. We're good. Woo. All right. So That threw us all off. That was our momentum right there.
Zoe didn't laugh at my Zorro mousepad, so I turned her into a Vulpix.
We have cookies, guys.
Don't give it up,
Cool.
Zorro.
Don't give it up.
Goofy.
Don't
Don't give it up.
Give it up. Here's how it goes.
That song was such a banger.
It is. It is the one good thing to come out
Is
of
it?
4Kids dub of One Piece.
It
I don't
is
think
an
it's-
amazing song.
I don't think it's a good song, but
Well,
it
you're
is.
objectively wrong, and shut the fuck up.
It's.
You had an inspiration for our next game. I'm taking it away from you.
like
The fuck.
90s cop rap. It's its own funny thing. It's not good, but it's funny.
It's so good.
Unironic banger. Enough so that when the 1000th episode rolled around for the sub, they redid it to include all of the crew members.
The original guy who did it, too, came back and did it. Not just some, like, random plebe. The guy who did the song originally came back and redid it with everybody. Ridiculous. How dare you say something like that?
Out of all of like the 4Kids-ish era theme song replacements, I think Digimon's my favorite.
Digimon is fantastic. Well, you're also overlooking Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
I don't know
Also,
Yu-Gi-Oh's
just
off the top of my head.
Yu-Gi-Oh's.
I was
Yu-Gi-Oh!
gonna
was
say
a banger,
Yu-Gi-Oh's-
too.
Yu-Gi-Oh's was good.
Don't get... There's amazing stuff
I don't know
right there.
GX's off the top of my head.
Chilling with my crew in the schoolyard. Finding trouble never
What else is there?
too hard.
There are a bunch.
Oh,
Back
I
in
remember
class,
it
they
now.
never taught us this.
I mean, technically speaking, Pokemon's is also another
Oh, yeah.
one.
Pokemon's
That's like a massive... That's
Yeah,
another
I mean,
banger.
yeah, that was...
I mean, they still kept the tune. They just kind of like redid the lyrics instead
And I
of
feel like
translating them.
you guys are too young to even know about Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Dude.
There was...
But he's not.
Just before.
Yeah.
Because there are other people my age who remember it, but I don't know if it was
Have
just
you-
my school. We never
Oh,
watched Bill Nye.
Have you seen the Bill Nye audio trickery that someone did?
Yeah.
That was just like, if you listen to it long enough and you look at this video was just like going Bill, and flashing pictures of Bill, and then eventually it was like replacing the Bill Nye pictures with pictures of Mayo, because it sounds like they're saying Mayo over and over and over. It's crazy.
Interesting.
I probably guarantee that I've seen Bill Nye before anyone else here in this.
Did you see him before, like when he was in like doing the skit or
Yeah,
whatever? He
doing
was on
the skit
SNL.
on no, it wasn't
Wasn't-
SNL. It was Almost Live,
Wasn't
which
he a
was like a
weather guy or
local
something?
Seattle show.
Yeah, he was.
He was an
It was
engineer
a
for Boeing.
character. Yeah, it was a character that he played for some comedy thing, and then
Yeah, he did a lot of like late night talk shows.
and then they're like, okay, we'll just make this an actual real show with real science.
Yeah.
Apparently it started out with like him like correcting some producer on a science fact, and like they're like, okay, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
He also stole the name from someone else who didn't rhyme with Science Guy, so everyone just remembers him.
Yeah, well.
Are we on Just Chatting today? I can't check.
I'm seeing chat now. I just turned it on.
No, Just Chatting the category.
It's a category on
It's a
Twitch.
category on Twitch as opposed to like Dungeons and Dragons or a specific video game.
No, I just put because we're also If
Fair
anyone
enough.
has questions about D&D, feel free to ask him, or even just like the campaign or anything that I have planned. I'll answer almost anything. Almost.
Have you planned out each character's deck?
I just handed you a sheet of math homework.
I have not planned out all your deaths, but I do, like, when it comes to certain events that, like, KC sees in the future,
Can you
I do
plan out?
think about what it might be, and I do kind of, like, tailor it to... unfortunately, I have to tailor it to what is going to make Francis want to go forward. So, like, I've been putting Delilah in danger because Casey Bond's
make
character is like, I need my doctor around.
Just make it funny. Francis will bite like nothing if it's hilarious. And or for
Okay,
a bit.
let me tell you something.
Kick
I
down
can
a
tell you
door,
right
like,
now,
"What up, hoes?"
me and Francis have definitely different vibes of funny. And I can tell you this because best way to do this. In Cards Against Humanity, what is the one card that no matter what you put down, that you will guarantee that person to win?
So, this is going to sound incredibly stupid, but I actually have a Cards Against Humanity card that is just my name. So, that one.
Okay, so that one. That's yours. Mine, every time this one is put down, and Lainey can attest to this, anytime someone puts down a mime having a stroke, I am down in laughter. It can be anything, and I'm just like laughing, because all I imagine is a mime, like, miming a stroke, even though they're having one, and I can't help it. It's gonna get me every time.
See, when I see a mime having a stroke, I think he's just...
Jerking off, yeah. That's why I was like, that means two things.
So yeah, I'm
it's
busy.
multi-purpose.
I'm busy laughing about it. So that's just gonna get me. So like, you're laughing at your own name, and I'm laughing at probably innocent
God,
mime.
so narcissistic.
So then, why don't you make a card saying a mime having a stroke while having a stroke?
What a way to go.
That would be funny.
Right?
And the meaning of stroke could be interchangeable. Like, it could be the first one or the second one.
Yeah, you
Wait,
can flip
I
that
feel
around.
like the stroke starts in
I feel like order matters here.
Yeah,
I don't. So he starts having a
because,
stroke,
if
but he has to be like in
blood
the
flow's
process of
obstructed,
going.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, I don't
doesn't
know.
make sense.
I feel like it would be. It would take some kind of dedication if
How do you
someone's
get a
just like
boner while having a
actively
stroke?
losing functionality in
surprised.
half of their brain, and they just whip it out.
David, you're around doctors. Tell us, how does one get a
Yeah,
boner
can
while
you
having
have a stroke while having a stroke?
David is frozen on that screen.
Oh, David froze. He's frozen on mine.
God damn it.
But that's not us, because it's...
Yeah, that's gotta be David.
Yeah, that's gotta be David, because we're all good here. David messed up. Someone text him and be like, David messed up.
Yeah, my humor is very bit.
Oh, hey, someone asked a question.
Wordplay.
Francis, are you still working on Horse Girl character, or have you come up with new silly character in the
Yeah,
work?
that's Allison asking because she heard about Ariane at one point. and
Ari is a great character.
It's a fun character. I think I haven't. I would bring them back if the opportunity presented. I'm not sure if we were to like roll a new. I don't know that they would fit in your new.
Well, in Aistrika, I think they would fit.
Right,
Because
for sure.
all you would have to do is be a fishman, and
Right.
you would want to see
Right,
that.
but like in the more One Piece shaped world.
Hey,
Oh,
he
it's
disappeared.
absolutely
Yeah,
mermaid
he
fish
left. He
people.
left. Like he disconnected.
Yeah, he disconnected.
It just caught up to
You
it.
can still draw a horse girl. Nothing is stopping you.
I mean, you could do a centaur, I guess. You are like, so are you gonna be? So my question then, for the sake of this, is: are you gonna be a horse girl? Like, so there's what Allison is saying, a horse girl. Like, is it gonna be a femboy horse girl? Are you gonna be?
It better be.
Oh, I haven't actually pitched to you like how the character has kind of evolved in my brain. Have you?
would not.
Next time alive.
There we
back.
go. We got you back.
Welcome.
He's back.
And I can see you again.
Yeah. I am having internet problems on my end because it's being stupid.
Fair
I
enough.
fixed it up.
But
It
like,
should be
Better internet, though.
So are
Eric-
you? So my follow up to this follow-up question
Sure.
is: if you're making a horse girl, is she going to be a centaur horse girl, or is it going to be a centaur horse femboy, or is it going to be a fishman who really wants to see horses for the first time
So,
ever?
I
There's
think-
so
Second
many
question.
questions.
Well, no, fishman. Never mind.
No,
Well, okay, so
Charles,
centaur,
go first,
horse
then.
girl.
Girl.
Which half is the horse? Which half is the girl?
so in my mind, I still think the
Girl
physical like fish
Oh,
person seahorse thing I would want to keep, but in my mind, like they started off as like non-binary, but I think I'm going to go. The character would be gender fluid between the two real genders, horse girl and brony. So just moving across the whole spectrum of pronouns and behaviors. One of them is very much friendship based. The other one is very much trampling you, I guess. But the build would also be different because the last time we were going. Last time he was a paladin, right?
Yeah, he was a paladin.
I think I I don't know why I didn't look at Cavalier more, like Cavalier Fighter.
Cavalier Fighter is a good
And I'm
one
like,
for
that's
Horse Girl.
one, that's horses. Two, that's fully built around like defending your friends because they have the whole like shield someone
Yeah.
within 5 feet of you thing. So like that makes so much more sense as a character.
You can also multi-class as a paladin
Yeah,
too. Like
that's
that
true.
would be
Like,
fine.
I would be like,
You could like swear an oath to a horse.
oh,
Like
Breath
Breath of the Wild, the horse god.
Yeah, you
Like
could
if any of
totally
your
do it.
horses die, you can go and resurrect them.
I never actually did that.
No,
It's out of the
I
way,
think you.
like,
I think
it's
in
not-
so
On the beaten path.
in theory, yes, there are horse centaur. There are horse like minotaur type people in the One Piece universe because those are the. Oh, dude, what
What were you
the
saying?
bunny? The carrot. What's carrot in One Piece?
Oh no, those are the Oh.
That race of people.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
on
so
Zhao.
the,
yeah, the
on
walking
Zhao,
outfit,
yeah.
Yes.
So there is
like-
a group that are just like humanoid animal hybrids.
Yeah.
And they're like dogs, there's raccoons,
Yeah,
there's
but
horse
they're not,
people, but they're
not
not
like
centaurs.
devil fruit or anything
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
just
They
how
are
they
their
are.
own thing. Yeah,
Are
I
they
forget
all
the name.
the same thing? Like,
Francis
are they the
Allison
same
has
species?
posited a very good
Haunts god.
requirement. You have to be riding a Haunts.
So that would be my.
What is a haunts?
Was I not doing a haunts at the start?
You were not. I tried to
Oh,
get
no.
you to, and you didn't.
So a haunts is a cursed TikToker's creation. That's basically.
Haunts is fantastic. Shut your fucking mouth.
I like it. It's cursed. I like it because it's cursed.
Haunts.
Oh, okay, no. So we tried to get you on a haunts
Oh.
because
And you wouldn't.
you
No,
had
no.
imagined
I like
what a
this,
horse would look
I like
Right.
this version of Haunts. better.
Oh, I
but
know,
then
but David immediately
David's character,
corrected me.
David's character immediately corrected you.
Fucking Naki. God damn it. Ruins
Because it
everything.
was just like what the heck is that?
Yeah, he was like, "What is going on here? You can't ride that." And so he drew what a horse looked like, and I think it was one of the few times that David ever
Oh, yeah.
rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
It was a super high roll, so it was like it was like
Do you have the crochet pattern for a
It was a
horse?
nat 20
no,
on
but
something that
Allison has sent me one on
wasn't
Instagram or something. I could definitely find one.
Okay, we can definitely
I
find
could
one.
definitely find one.
It was and so we went from haunts to very well detailed but pencil drawing.
Yeah, it
textured
like
horse.
straight out of
Yeah.
the Take on Me music video.
Yeah, basically
Yeah,
like a
but
take on me
horse.
horse. It was really good.
So it would definitely
Like a
be
horse
back to
was out of
haunts
an-
in this reincarnation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think even if she got corrected on it at some point, I think there
At
would
that
be
point, you
some
wouldn't care.
emotional attachment to the haunts. So occasionally, it would just take the form of haunts.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
Imagine getting bitten
I
by a
think-
full-sized haunts.
It would
That
be
would hurt.
awful.
I mean, there's the
It's
same
just like
teeth
the
as
mouth
a
is
horse,
like-
so it's like
Yeah.
a horse.
Yeah, but it's
But-
like a.
But
So,
the,
but it's
the
also
head
like
is
a.
also the size of the horse, so the mouth is
Yeah,
goes from
yeah.
this
If you're
big
thinking
to
about that haunts
Ah.
that you showed, the second haunts that you showed
Yeah.
me.
That's just a hippopotamus at this point. That's just a hippopotamus.
Fair.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
No, because hippos have those like the long.
Yeah, they have like the
Front,
ones
yeah.
on the bottom and top. They have
Yeah.
those big
Horses don't.
chompers.
Are hippos the ones with
horses
the plate
can
for
give you a magnifying
chomping, or is that
horse it's gonna have,
elephants?
like,
So I
'Cause,
think
like-
it's hippos.
Okay.
Because hippos, they will fuck you up.
No.
Because like there's the one who's like
yeah,
it- you-
hippos.
it's just
Hippos are like
mashing
disgustingly
the
powerful.
roof and like bottom teeth as opposed
I
to
always
bottom
think of
and
that
top
episode
teeth.
of Fairly Odd
Yeah.
Parents that Timmy turned everything into like an I Spy book, and
Uh-oh.
Ice.
one of the toilets got turned into a hippo, and it just says, "If you go in me, you die."
Hippos are scary.
Yeah,
I mean, have you
If you
seen
go in
like
me,
the
you
video of that
die.
hippo
Yeah.
chasing that park ranger?
you go in me. you
I've
die.
seen enough hippos of like, or enough videos of hippos like eating watermelons, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah,
to be
you
anywhere
don't
near that.
mess with. But like, not only that, but like hippos are like 90% muscle. They don't.
Oh yeah, no,
And
they
they're
don't
not
float.
fat. Yeah,
and the rest of
no.
that 10% is anger.
Yeah, dude, they don't even float. They
Yeah.
sink and then they jump
Yeah.
up,
Run.
and then they're running. Like
Yeah.
that's when they're
The
when they're
baby one at
floating
the
like
zoo
that,
looks
dude,
cute, but I am not.
you do not mess with a hippo.
I aspire to be that dense and muscular, honestly.
For real, though.
Imagine just being.
I do
That's
like.
what people assume about me. I'm not even that like. I am solid. I've weighed myself. I have one of my cool little like the Bluetooth ones.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like 60% muscle, and everyone just assumes I'm like 100% muscle. I do not get tread on at all. It's ridiculous.
I unfortunately sink in the pools, but I'm not like. It's not enough to like run on the bottom with. It's like
I float because
awkward
I still have all
bumps.
that fat. But oh, that was a good question. That was a good question. A haunt.
They're fantastic.
Love
I
Hanses.
love them.
Want to
All
start
right.
pulling
Yeah.
from
Ask
TikTok?
me a question. Ask someone a question.
Should be your life.
That should be Lainey. Yes, we're locking.
Welcome. Let's do.
Should we? Do we have anything to roll with?
I didn't bring my dice. We
I got a dice for you.
I got dice.
Well, I got all my dice.
Okay, cool.
I would, but I give it to
Which one do you want?
Two things I hate about you.
Which one?
I've never actually watched
There's also
10
this-
Things I Hate About You.
I do.
Have you? What's it about?
It's
Aside
the
from
Taming of
hatred.
the Shrew.
Regular one.
That doesn't
Never
help
read
me
it.
really.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
You're not
I
versed in
think that is not
Shakespeare?
part of. I've read
I don't care.
a
I
lot of
literally
Shakespeare.
I don't know
Don't,
what you...
I have not included Taming the Shrew.
You
Yeah.
tried both of these.
I know, I don't remember that.
I also
One
used
of his
up all dice, I'm
comedies.
sorry. Oh, do you want the Last of the Nos?
No.
I brought bright bowls.
Can I have the knock?
No, because I don't have a way to transport stuff. God.
You want
We
to
are
knock
looking
it
for
in
any
the
kind of
move all the way to
questions,
Satan's
Allison.
nutsack.
Just throw it. I'll catch it.
We have
Okay.
a few on TikTok that we can pull from, but like,
Oh.
it doesn't even have to be D&D, but we are
How are you feeling?
tabletop.
So, like, if, literally anything. This is an ask. Francis said, "Ask me anything." He did AMA,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that
open
anything,
that.
literally.
He straight up said,
I mean,
"Ask me anything."
I'm only gonna answer
Alice,
the
if you
fun
have
questions.
as long as it's not going to get us removed.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, as long as we're not going to get
Yes, I'm
banned,
not-
you can ask it. What's up, David? What do you want to
And
ask?
if I'm not comfortable answering it truthfully, I will lie.
That's fine.
Just don't answer it.
make it a fun
Yeah, I would
lie
also
at least.
say here.
If
So
you're
we'll
comfortable, just don't answer it.
Make it a
we'll,
fun
we'll
and
roll to
obvious
see
lie.
who gets asked the question first.
I mean, let's. At the top we have
What do we roll?
Zoe's question.
Well, hold on. We're gonna see who's gonna get
Oh,
asked the
okay.
question first. Go ahead and everybody roll. I put you one right there.
Oh, so
I'm assuming a 20.
Okay.
you got 10.
Oh, we got 10. Have five. What'd you get? 5.
12.
What is that? Is that 9?
9.
9. Okay.
9?
12.
13.
13. All right, you're first.
What if I have just like -4 dexterity though?
Oh, Allison, ask us questions about our characters.
Ask us anything you feel like. I mean,
She said anything is too big, so ask us questions about our characters.
Let's see here. Something that's addressed to me. I think I saw one. What is? You asked me if or what my favorite class to play in D&D is, and I've avoided martial classes like the plague because I find take your turn being like I'm gonna hit something real good kind of boring.
That's fair.
I like because
Can be fun sometimes.
being effective is honestly kind of boring to me, which is unfortunate.
I don't want to be effective. I just want to have choice paralysis.
I want to do silly things, which is something that bards are good at. I like charisma casters, first of all. So bards, warlocks, sorcerers, those are the 3 obvious choices, or only choices if you're going for charisma casters, obviously. Bards have more variety for subclasses in terms of like what you do in and out of combat, I think. So
That's a
Oh,
good question.
that is such a good question. Sorry.
What?
Charisma casters. I just saw Allison's question.
Oh, but yeah, I think I prefer bards the most of all. I've played more bards than I have anything else.
Bards, I've seen people play bards and they're really good at it. I always feel like I want to do something for a bard. Like, I can't sing. I'm not good at like coming up with the quips and things. But yeah, bards are fun. Yeah, I have no issues with bards.
I think you should also have at least one charisma-focused character in every party, because otherwise you get that awkward thing where you're like, there is no fun way to fail through the social interaction. You just kind of get like.
You should have like when it comes to a party dynamics and synergy. I don't think it has to be classes. I think it has to be ability scores.
Right.
Like you can have a 20 for each character.
Right.
But if you don't like have the spread. But Allison has a question, and this is for everyone at the table.
I have the cheese.
Is anyone's character secretly hoping another crewmate dies?
Do you want popcorn?
No.
I mean, it won't be secretly if we answer this question.
It's out of game.
It's not a game.
I feel like this might cause some strained relationships.
Why?
What?
I don't think there's any that
as long as you're not putting. I mean,
as long as we're not being dickheads,
okay.
There's no-
we're fine.
There's none that I'm hoping will die. There are two that would be the most dramatic and therefore I think the funniest to die.
yeah, because I'm looking at this question not necessarily in like morbid and it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's more story-wise. Right. Is there someone that you're hoping would die to like propel the story forward? Because right now the story is not really going forward, other than you guys are trying to avoid a potential, maybe, kind of, sort of, very slight hindrance to your adventure.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I will say that secretly Delilah would love someone to be knocked unconscious in battle because she wants to use her spells experimentally to try to.
That's fun too.
It's not full die. You just want.
Yeah.
You want an opportunity.
Dead. Yeah.
Just mostly dead.
No.
Yeah.
In death saves.
As soon as you said to die to propel the story forward, all I saw was an anime moment of Maha being a badass, finally having to reveal her wings to save everybody.
You already did that.
I know.
But not in like
not
a cool
in real
way.
life.
Just like,
And then turning
murdering
around before I plunge into a hopeless battle to give you guys time to escape. And I turn around and there's tears and I'm smiling and I go, eat lots of good food for me.
That would be cute. Too bad no one knows that. No one knows that Maha wants everyone to enjoy food. They just know Maha is the standoffish, maybe serial killer. Hold on, wait. David,
Maha
what
makes
was
good coffee.
Allison didn't hear David. What did you say, David?
Maha makes good coffee.
No, but like your answer.
My answer? Leaf does not understand the concept of death fully because he is 18 years old. And so, like, that concept that people might be mortal is still, like, way out of his brain.
Like, understands that people can die. It does not have
But
that same
has not
emotional
really
hold on.
experienced it.
You're my friend.
See, that's the thing.
Like-
I understand, like, it's a, boy is simple.
Well, Well, he didn't know you had to kill fish to eat fish.
There's the intellectual knowledge of death, and then there's, like, I have grasped, the grieving process.
Yeah, I've dealt with grieving and stuff, and
and I've known 40-year-olds that have not grasped.
So,
but like,
okay, no, that makes more sense. When you first said it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But no, that makes sense.
I
yes.
don't know what that is.
But like, you as a player, is there someone that you hope
dies?
Yeah.
Everyone in this party is very necessary.
There's two.
That's not the question.
There's
I
two
said
deaths
necessary.
that would be. There's two characters I think would make the most interesting story deaths. I think it's Leaf and Delilah would be the most interesting story.
Yes, no, that would probably be, as a player, my answer too. Like life.
Not
I
good
mean,
for
yeah.
not good for the party to die.
Oh,
not
absolutely
Yeah.
No, yeah.
not
Like,
good
actually,
for
the
necessarily.
movie
Like,
is pretty bad.
I don't want this to happen, but if there was going to be a death, I'd be like,
You're the
Yeah, I
You're
was
so
more.
out.
Well,
I'm gonna
time
say.
for emotional baggage for Casey.
So
Hell
so
yeah.
what I'm gonna say is if
If Casey dies, though, everything is exploding in a giant
That's
fireball.
true.
I think Casey, while Casey is the conductor of the train, Casey does have someone who is like, I really want you around, and if something happens, I'm gonna go crazy, and that is Delilah for all intents and purposes. And I think that was accidental in your guys' creation of the characters, but like just the fact that like Casey has had close to overdose moments, and Delilah was just like happened to be there. It's become that setup of I trust this person to save my life, and you guys bake that into your backstory without realizing it. You guys are like,
I mean-
oh yeah, you guys kind of we know each other, we do that, and so now you do it.
Snap judgment.
well,
I think
She's
I
gonna-
feel like Casey has at least once called Delilah an angel. Just be like,
she's gonna end up giving you
um,
the kiss of
Yeah.
Life or something like
I
that.
do
medicine
think-
check.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
CPR.
think that
I did love
if Casey were to die, Delilah would probably become the captain, and he would probably raise the world to become the pirate queen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think at this point,
Damn. Yeah.
if
okay.
these, I
I'll
would say,
follow
I would
that.
say, I think it would depend on how Casey
How they
died.
died.
True.
Because if Casey died,
Just randomly.
like if there was a
Yeah.
storm,
Like
she'd
just
be like,
gets
oh, it
yeeted off the
happened.
ship in a storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Like,
think if
be
if
very
you guys
sad.
encountered the Navy, I think Delilah would be all like, "Oh, you fuckers do not understand what you've just
I just get
done."
red misted.
Yeah, and then she
Yeah.
would start. Yeah, and then you would become Red Mist Delilah, which is an awesome name.
I think
And then
if-
as you're dying and Delilah's holding you in her arms, you pull out the love potion and be like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was always
I
too
can't-
scared to use it.
I can't.
and it's just dyed water.
That would be so cute.
It'd be one of those things
she
where
just,
he
like,
would
tests
try
and she goes-
Revivify and it doesn't work.
Yeah, like the diamond you had turned out to
Yeah.
be fake.
Yeah, that's the main.
No, I think it
Two,
would
I
be
think.
similar if Leaf died for life.
Right.
Like immediately, like
Yeah,
the 4 fucking short stacks, all like grabbing onto the nearly 7-foot tall Life, trying not to let
I
it
will say this:
go off to murder people.
if Life dies, Leaf is not going to give a fuck, and that's.
I think he would give a fuck.
Leaf-
but
I think he would
what
be
can
upset.
He do about it?
No,
He
I
would-
don't think he would. I
he
think
would
he would be
forget.
like, yeah, he would be
He'd
like,
bury
that's so
himself in
terrible,
books.
and he would be
He would
like,
keep on trying
I
to.
think-
but I'm gonna try. I have my thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
But I think
He would
that's-
keep
that
on trying
could
to
be a
find
cool-
you and go,
That
oh
could
yeah,
be
you
a,
died.
Like, could be a wake up
That
moment.
could be.
It's
It could be a
like
wake
that,
up
yeah.
moment, but I think that could be a cool aspect of how like Life
How
might
he
be in
grieves.
touch a little more with their human side, and Leaf might be a little more in touch with their elf
Teacher.
side.
Teacher.
Oh, teacher.
Teacher,
David has
yes.
a question.
If Life died, Leaf depressive spiral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, but
that
I'm
makes
saying
sense.
the depressive spiral would just end up being Casey
Burying yourself
Deisel's low
further.
key possible with all the drugs.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, like-
one day just
Um,
rolls bad on a con save and just keels over.
Just fucking hearts.
Maha,
Like,
by the
yeah,
way,
that-
is so I don't think I can handle Delilah dying. She's still working on opening up. Same with Maha. Maha, Maha. Is the spelling good?
I like
Close
how
enough.
it's spelled like Bob.
Baja Blast, Maha Blast.
That's your new special attack. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, actually,
That was so
It's
bad.
almost
That was amazing.
Kamehameha.
between
Yeah, that's the
Maha,
point.
Maha.
I do think, yeah.
Mime.
So, Allison, since you're asking questions, let me ask one to you. Who do you expect to be the first character that's going to go down fighting?
The like full death save.
Full
and
death,
everything.
yeah. Who's gonna
Lose
need
all
to be
three.
saved? Because remember, that's not happened technically.
No, no.
Everything that's happened
in a
has been
vision.
really close, or has been in a vision.
While she's typing up her answer, I mean, Life. He's always the one like kind of racing in, but he's also
Yeah,
not super
Not that
tanky.
tanky.
I don't know. Cal has jumped up and has
Cal
definitely
has.
been
Yeah.
But
like
at the same time, enemies
razor
don't
claws.
really target Cal because they're little
I
cats.
think everyone would go to Cal's rescue.
Exactly. Well, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm there with my swords, and I'm also not that tanky.
That's true.
Yeah,
We don't have
I've come real. close
Delilah.
to
Crazily
going
enough,
down.
I think is the tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of Cleric's powers.
Yeah,
is
but
heals and tanks.
she doesn't go out of her way
Yeah,
to
she
help
is-
baby.
Yeah.
I mean, not out of her way.
You don't go out of your way to get into the foyer, which is what you're supposed to do
Yeah.
if you're the healer. And you
But-
you did pick that life.
Yeah. Life.
Life is gonna go down.
No, yeah, that's his nature to like
But
Yeah.
to run in head first.
Which is good.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Immediately.
like when
No, life life is gonna be the
Oh.
one who goes to death saves first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but when the
Yeah.
fake cockatees asked Delilah, like, are you going to stop us? Like, I don't think so.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. There have been some developments lately,
Yeah, there
so
have
that could change.
That could change. Yeah.
We're also better friends now.
Yeah.
We're homies.
You guys are opening up. It's
Yeah.
the thing that makes this hard to do is because I don't want to rush you guys with the potential for roleplay,
Yeah.
but it's also you guys are
You need to get
combat
closer or die.
focused. You as players like combat, so while your characters are all really great designs for RP, like the way they're designed and their relationships are kind of commingling, you players want to be like, I have shiny new abilities, let me use it, and I'm like, I want to. But you guys are like literally like choosing every option to not have combat.
Well, to be fair, I am probably the biggest role player. I enjoy role playing more.
You build your characters for like the role play, but then you like
Your
mechanically
rolls are
yeah, your rolls
good.
are stupid high, and then somehow your mechanics just come together and you make
Yeah.
monsters. Like Sensing
was
ridiculous.
disgusting.
Oh my
He had the
God,
highest
yeah.
body count out of anybody on that crew.
Within the first like adventure, it wasn't even
Yeah,
just
it was
like
that first one.
it
and
was
then
like,
he
oh no!
just cried, yeah.
Well, I wasn't looking to do that.
No, you weren't. That's the hilarious part about it.
Yeah, you don't make characters that
Yeah.
are like, I'm gonna kill everybody, like some people do.
But I even got you flustered with one of my characters way back in the day. Remember when we were playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight with Photo and
Photo was amazing.
Photo
tried to
was-
get Photo,
was so-
tried to get Photo to answer that riddle. It's like, what does a mud method eat? Like, I don't know. What do you like to eat?
That was,
Yeah, Photo was amazing.
but that's the thing. It's like that's a role play thing. But as far as like the majority of you guys are heavy into the combat, but like you've made characters that are very combat scared, and so that's even I remembered like this week at some point that I haven't been having you guys roll for end of the week stuff because.
End of the week.
Yeah, so at the end of every week during downtime, you guys roll for like an event to happen.
yeah.
So you guys might like encounter a new island. You guys might come across a ship or something. And I totally forgot about it because, well, you guys have a place where you want to go. You want to go to the Calamity. And while I think it's not a great idea because there is more stuff to explore here, if you guys want to go in there, hey, let's go. Let's do it. I'm all down for it. But you know that's dangerous. That's why I even asked, because then I was like, I started getting worried about it because I was like, oh man, what if they are just bored with the setting, like, and so that's why you guys are kind of pushing towards towards Calamity because it's a chance that
Yeah.
some of you might die just going in there.
Well, yeah,
a
but
very
you,
high chance. Too.
but you also said that all the stuff that we wanted to find out
Is in Calamity.
Is in Calamity.
Yes, but you guys can do other stuff to like get more prepared because you're only level 7. So like, and, which is good. Like you guys are focused. Oh, let's see. How
we're
do you
level
think?
7?
Yeah. No, sorry, level 6.
Oh, I was about to say, what
Sorry.
the fuck?
Sudden level up.
Yeah.
There's no character building session.
Oh, okay. how do you think your characters would handle being dropped into the Isekai campaign? Oh my gosh.
What isekai?
Oh my god.
And you weren't here for that.
The pizza
No.
pies.
If they were
I think
if they
we'll
were
go with
born-
dropped in, like they were just
if they were fully
like
dropped in,
banished into the Isekai world.
I
So
feel
like
like
shit cool
mechanically
comes
they
out
would be
and
pretty
greases
strong.
us all.
I think they would be very strong.
Yeah.
But it would just be terrifying.
I mean,
because
if Delilah was to meet the pizza pies, she would
she'd probably kill him. Yeah.
obliterate them.
Yeah.
Just
Just because they'd be annoying.
like no.
The pervert would be the first one to drop. Like he would come in and be like, "Oh, look at you, fiery red shorty," and be all like, "Dead."
Yeah. It's like
Spiritual weapon.
inflict wounds.
Like, how do you think they would handle it? I think Casey would be immediately trying to untangle, like, the means by which they got there and, like, how it's related to the world that they came from, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just taking a very kind of methodical academic approach to how that goes. So that's how they would handle it. I think just in terms of the strength of D&D characters applied to what we saw of that world, that wouldn't be an issue. Right?
Yeah, if we're literally just taking your D&D characters and porting them into Echoes,
Yeah.
D&D characters
Just
dwarf
yeah.
Echo's ability because it's designed to be a simple, fast-paced game.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at the world itself, because that world actually has like a world in itself, it has its own lore. I've been working on it. I think you guys would be considered heroes of the realm. Pretty immediately, like getting plopped in there as a group, you guys would be considered heroes of the realm. Would you be heroes of the realm? No.
Fuck no.
But you guys would be considered, like you guys would have that level of power.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Maha. I don't know if anybody's watched the Potissier.
What TCA?
What?
It's a world famous Patissier is reincarnated. Something. It's another long one. Basically, this
He loves
Patissier dies and he's reincarnated into a world as a poor noble, which is a weird thing to say. And
Contradictory thing to say. Are you
I mean,
poor and a noble at the
there's
same time?
nobles that have lost their.
so like it's a poor noble family in comparison to everybody else.
Oh, okay, that makes
But
sense.
he like it's a low magic setting. Anyway, so you were saying?
He's really powerful. But he gets really silly around his food. I think that would be Maha, but she would also have that side of the fine. No. What's the other one that we're watching?
We're watching
After the end.
After the end? Oh, that's another good one.
It's a king
Fragrant.
that was in a world of slaughter,
Oh, no,
pretty
That's
much,
after
and then
Journey's End.
After Journey's End, yeah.
yeah, and then it's reborn as a baby, and it's like, what is this? Everybody's
What's this?
my enemy.
What's this?
It's something. What's this? What's this? All right, you got another question?
Are we going down the list? Who's next?
Shall we roll again?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get you a dice. There you
Who was next in initiative?
go.
wow.
Katie got an 18.
Or 18. Yeah, oh, that's
I got a 5.
I got a 5 too.
I got a
I got
rock.
it too.
I got a 3.
We're
David,
rolling
what'd you
bad.
I got a rock.
Well, to be fair,
Stop stealing my joke, fucker.
Your
Cute.
joke.
these are my
It's me.
Star Trek Adventures
It's
dice.
Katie.
So they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Let's see.
They're rolling low.
There's the one that I asked that you already answered.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, every day. Since the second you came to the first section.
For context to the audience, the question I asked was, you regret inviting me yet?
Yep.
So,
Immediately.
I'm very happy.
No, it
Oh,
was
speaking of
fantastic.
inviting
No.
someone, because I know you haven't directly played with her, but if this keeps working, Roxanne said that she would want to play again.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if we can get it to match up on the screen, we can add Roxanne in.
Fuck yeah.
she's dropped in on at least one session when we're still at.
No, when you were Airy?
Yeah. So
She
you
was still
okay?
here.
Good, you've met her. So you played in that game, and then also she came and visited one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get
she
it
was
all.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
If we
awesome.
can, I don't know. How, it seems to be working good so far. That's all. That it would
be
come
cool.
down to if we could do that. She would lock up the table again too, because that is 7, and that in case anyone else asks, it would be like no more.
But no.
An easy out.
On
what
the
about
real,
Daniel?
I'm very
Is
glad
Daniel
you were
not
able to
playing
like
then?
slot in naturally
That's
with
good
the
to
group.
hear.
I felt I mean, we've played together for a while, so I was like, you know what? Who would enjoy Francis's shenanigans? The Saturday group.
Yeah. Daniel
And
is
Francis
unfortunately
would
unable to
enjoy our
join the group
shenanigans.
because he is. They have some work stuff that they're just not able to. Yeah.
The bane of all D&D
Okay.
campaigns.
People having lives outside.
How fucking dare.
Let's get you an actual question,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Katie, what is the scariest thing that has happened to a PC you played at the table?
Scariest.
Oh, that was my question.
Yeah.
That was
Also, like
makes sense.
traumatizing would also work.
Okay.
Cause I have made you cry at the table.
Could it be a Call of Cthulhu game?
I was about to say
Which would be
any of
easy
like
for
our sessions or any.
Anytime.
Okay. Well, traumatizing and stuff. Well, losing Master Tan. Well, when I thought I lost him, and trying to bring him back, that was
Aw.
heavy. Naki going blind.
That was
pretty-
intense,
That was
dude.
intense.
That was crazy.
That was pretty good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I rolled
was
4
awesome.
consecutive nat ones.
That was wild. No, that was
That
no.
was-
It was like 6.
Yeah.
It was like 6
was-
one
Something like
time,
that, yeah.
or was that David? There was
Dave-
one time somebody rolled like 6 nat 1s.
These dice are coming for your
consecutively.
eyes. Boy.
Yeah.
I think with David it was 4, but we've had like 6 at our table before.
Yeah, no, it was wild. But it would be actually Kadra getting she got one of my characters in our Sunday game, she's a tiefling monk, and she got brain
devoured.
yeah, by an intellect devourer. Her brain got
Oh.
eaten. And I didn't realize at first, and until I made my rolls, and Doug, our DM, he's been in the chat. Most streams, I don't know exactly, it's fine. But he told me, I'm like, all right, and then he asks, so because I had our MacGuffin, like I was the one guarding
Yeah.
it, and I got intellect devoured, and he's like, okay, so
Brain dog.
yeah, brain dogs. That's what we called them. And then he's like, all right, so how would Kadra leave this situation? And I was like, okay. So I told him, and it's like, yeah, that's what she does. And to Artorias, the first iteration of Artorias, and who was it? It was Branduin again.
Yeah, it was still brand.
Yeah, it was Branduin. Yeah, Allison's character in that one. Yeah, they just see Kadra just turn around, stop fighting the enemies we were fighting, and book it
Oh,
with
wow.
the
Dungeon
thing we
chat.
needed.
Cool.
And yeah, and currently she is subdued in the horde of a gold dragon until we can figure out a way to get the brain dog out of her brain.
Unfortunately,
And
most of the
at
people
this
who know
moment,
or care
none
are-
of the characters that we are currently care about her. Because I had to turn, because, she got brain dogged, I am now Skip, our little kobold rogue who likes stealing shiny things.
I mean, I
and
guess
has-
Branwyn cares.
Yeah.
Generally.
Branwyn would be the only one who did.
Well, yeah, because my character
Oh,
went
Doug.
and kind
Doug-
of.
Dr. Doug is here.
Let's go. Just not.
I mean, so Artorias basically went like
Not too
suicidal
long after that, yeah.
immediately after
Died.
and died then. So like, he was the one who had arranged for the whole trapping the brain dog Kadra
In the
horde
chamber.
for safekeeping, which was, I feel like, a really cool negotiation.
It was, yeah. Like, we couldn't get the dragon to give us the gold, but we got him to
And you're
look
like,
after
well-
Kadra and feed her and stuff until we came back.
It's like this
and
person followed us
we
into
don't
this
know
thing.
when that's gonna be now.
All right, roll for the next one. I got 11. You got to roll.
Well, no, I just went though.
You got to roll.
Yeah, but we'll
You
let
can
you
go again.
roll.
There's a chance for you to go.
There's a chance for you to go again. There's a 1 in 5. Is
17.
17. What did everyone get? I got
19.
7.
19.
Okay,
David got a 19.
19. If you could play D&D with any celebrity, alive or dead, who would you pick? This is another Sandra one.
Ooh.
And I tried to think of questions for each of you guys.
Consider
Yeah,
it.
you got at least 2 for all of us, I think.
I had as you're thinking about that, I did not get 2 for everyone. I know I didn't. I didn't do 2 for Lainey because I didn't want people to think that I was like being nicer to Lainey than I was to David. Because as I was writing the questions, oh shit, I have David and Lainey left, and I don't want people to think that I'm being too like overly favoritism to my wife, which also like reflects in a lot of the tables that I make. If you guys notice, Lainey's results are much harsher than everyone else's because I don't want people to think I'm being like overly nice to her.
Yeah, but then you turn out going too hard the other way.
Yeah, but Lainey can handle it because then she just, you know.
I just blow something up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that you get to make your I'm gonna murder everything character, and it's justified because
Yeah, like
You need
it's
to.
not a bad trade-off because like Lainey has a little bit more of the Looney Tunes wall that she can go through, where as a result, if she takes damage from like a roll, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 more D's than everyone else. Like I'll even tell you right now, for your guys' Calamity, most of all of Maha's Maha is the only one that I've made that if she has a failure on a skill check in the Calamity thing, she dies. No one else has that.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Oh, we have individual tables?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
so you got an answer, David?
Do Dead Kings count as celebrities?
Who?
Would
Do
you-
who?
Do historical characters count as celebrities?
I mean, if they're
Are they
a real
ones that
historical
ostensibly
character,
exist?
yeah.
I mean, because like Arthur
Like,
Conan
they
Doyle was
actually-
basically
yeah,
Sherlock Holmes
historical.
IRL. Like,
Yeah. Like you could have Arthur Conan Doyle, but you couldn't have Sherlock Holmes.
yeah.
We can give you
Obviously,
Socrates
yeah.
even though half
Yeah.
of his shit was made up
I
by
said
Plato.
historical characters, historical people,
Yep.
people
Yeah,
from history.
those- yeah.
They count as,
Yep.
Robin Williams.
This is going to be a little bit Catholic-y of me, but Baldwin IV, King Baldwin IV of Jerusalem.
I have no idea who
I
that
don't know who
is.
the fuck that
Nobody
is.
knows.
How about everyone else here at the table?
Nerd.
Can you maybe you say something that we all know? If
All right,
anyone-
keep going. Fill out the rest of the table. At least 4 more people for your D&D party and or nightcap plot
Ooh,
rotation.
I'm gonna ask this question as you do that. Are you going to be the DM at this table, or are you gonna be playing at the table?
If I have to pick out, if I'm picking the table, I guess I could DM it.
Okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I have 2, now that you mentioned that, I have 100% made 2 different lists. People who I want to play with, people who I want to DM with. Because, like, I want to play with Matt Mercer and Brendan Lee Mulligan and all those badasses. I could not compete with them. And I would feel as such a failure if they didn't have a good time if I was a DM. And I don't think I would ever recover from that. But I would totally play with them.
I don't think I have anyone I would want to play with just because I don't think it would be a fun time, honestly.
No celebrity?
Yeah,
There's no
I don't have a desire to meet celebrities that I admire, you know?
I will tell you right now.
Tolkien.
Who?
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Oh,
I heard of Tolkien.
Tolkien? Yep.
Tolkien, that would be a good
it would
one.
be funny.
However-
it would be funny to see how pissed he'd be with how
Halflings.
Yeah.
Halflings.
Actually, I will tell you right now, I know that the Tolkien estate did sue the TCG? TSR at the time
Yeah.
that you couldn't have, that they had to
That's
take out
why
halflings.
that's why we have halflings and
Yeah.
not hobbits, and why we have tree
Because
ents
Hobbit was
and not
trademarked.
ents.
Yeah. Loaded questions. Oh. Was Scrooge McDuck a king at any point? We're gonna jump away from Scrooge because I don't think he's ever gonna see this, but there is a person who used to come. What was his? He was the professional DM here in town.
Oh god.
Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
No, we started
Me and
talking
him
about Scrooge
literally got into a big argument over Scrooge McDuck,
McDuck.
and
was
I
there and I hated
destroyed him in the logic behind it. But
Scrooge McDuck's just a rich dude.
He is no. It was like how does the
How does he? No, we're not
Yeah,
getting
we're-
into it.
we're not
Next
getting into it.
question.
Is it the
Moving
coin
on.
diving?
We're
Is
not-
it about coin diving?
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
but we're not gonna get
Move
into
on.
it.
Cartoon physics.
Yeah,
End of
cartoon
story.
physics. But I was right and he was wrong, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say definitely have different people. Like if I was gonna DM or play with them.
Oh, Allison said, Francis, you lucky Pepperbird is cute. That's not luck, that's all skill, baby.
That is by design.
That is the.
Pepperbird
That
is
is.
a
But I will tell you, for
Pepperbird
the,
was made
like,
to be cute.
I've met a lot of celebrities that I would like to meet just by going to, like, working the green room where they're like not on.
Mhm.
And honestly, there's not many that I would say are different than what you'd expect. But you have to remember, they are just people.
Yeah, they're not going to be
Like,
on.
well, but even if you walk into the situation of like you're a person, don't think that they're like, oh my god, you're so, like, you have to go into the mentality of like, oh, you're another person. Like, if you're playing D&D, you probably like D&D,
Yeah.
or
You're
you
another
know.
person. I don't like meeting people.
See, I think the person I would want to have GM a game is Sandy Peterson, who's the creator of the Call of Cthulhu RPG.
okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Like
Seeing
a-
how,
like-
how the designer would
Yeah.
intend that game to be used.
Either that or Gary Gygax, just to ask him why the hell Thaco.
I mean, I feel like that's out of the things that Gary Gygax has done in design. That's the
Right.
thing
There, yeah, that's the least
to
thing that you
answer
need to
for.
worry
Yeah.
about with Gary Gygax.
I would, the guy that plays Ace Ventura.
Jim Carrey?
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey?
I feel like he'd be very funny with character voices.
Oh, dude.
That's why I said Robin Williams. And
Oh, imagine.
commented.
Okay. Here we go.
That
so
would also be
we
funny.
could go Mel Blanc, who was the voice of Looney
Mel
Tunes.
Blanc.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jim
All the
Carrey,
Looney Tunes.
Robin Williams,
Yeah.
and then what's his name? Who's I'll throw in because because of the amount of voices that he's done recently, Matt Mercer,
Sure.
Of course.
and
Peter
because-
Collins, voice of Optimus Prime. I am
Mark
Optimus
Hamill.
Prime. Mark
He's done
Hamill.
so many.
Mark
Yes.
Hamill's done but I'm thinking another one from Critical Role just because he does a lot of the more serious voices. Liam O'Brien.
Oh yeah.
Those two.
I was thinking Liam or Taliesin.
Taliesin, because he's done the Flash too. But yeah, those would be a great one.
Anchorman guy.
Bill Hartman.
Anchorman. Oh, Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell.
Oh,
No
yeah,
one
Will
wants
Ferrell,
every
that's
character
right.
that Harrison Ford has played. So you just want like 5 different Harrison Fords.
Well, they'd all be dead, so
In different hats.
just
Or
five.
just the same Harrison Ford just moving between chairs.
Could we do? I think we could also do that with Robert Downey Jr. too.
Yeah.
It would just literally just be Robert Downey Jr. and then he would put on like a vest and he'd be
Helmet.
Sherlock Holmes. Helmet, he'd be Iron or Tony Stark.
Face.
Well, you know,
Tropic Thunder.
you could do like like during drug Robert Downey Jr. or it's like
Stephen
can you
King.
play the tweaker from Less Than Zero?
Ooh, Stephen
So I
King
can
would be a
ask
good
him
one.
just how much coke he was on while he was writing it. Because what the fuck?
I thought that was post Coke.
Oh, that was like full swing.
All right,
There's a
who's
post
next?
Coke version. Like, I thought he's just been on.
No,
Coke
he's
this
cleaned
whole
up
time.
since.
No.
Time for a roll.
Just
All right.
came out of the womb on coke.
I got a 1, suckers.
12.
Can't be me.
Oh, okay.
What'd you get?
19.
19.
18.
Robert, you 6.
All right.
16.
16. All right, Lainey. It's your question.
Laney time.
Wee.
Let's see here.
Laura softball. Just so that everyone thinks Sandra likes her.
I don't think I asked her. The only one that I asked her is a pretty hard one, but she already answered it. So,
The
I
favorite
haven't
memory
seen it,
from
so-
playing
Yeah.
D&D.
favorite memory from D&D.
Yeah. We can do. I mean,
Well,
there's
Katie
also.
doesn't know what the
I
answer
don't know what
is.
the answer is.
I don't know it either.
Excuse me.
You okay?
The answer
Lay it on.
is...
Okay, so when one of the first times that me and Cass played together,
Aw.
as like characters together, I was a gnome wizard, and you were a tiefling.
I was a tiefling monklock. I was
You were a monk.
a monklock, and there's a reason behind it. I'll tell you after the memory.
and we were a thing, right?
Yeah, in the game we were a thing.
I was
Yeah.
about to like in-game.
Yeah.
Yes, we were a thing.
But we got super powerful,
So you're
and I'm always pulling
basically
all
playing
these,
yourself.
crazy moves.
Sure.
And so we were fighting like a dragon or something, a demon, I don't know.
Hold up, real quick. First of all, no, because if between the two of us, I would be the wizard and she would be the monklock, because she is a black belt, so she's a literal monk. I know all kinds of stuff that is book knowledge, so I would be the wizard and she would be the monklock.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right.
I think you disqualified me from being a monk, even though I was a black belt.
Yeah, but in this situation, it's my wife, so favoritism.
Yeah.
Continue.
I don't. Some big thing, and I cast anti-magic circle on like its big toe, and I thought that like, oh, if part
That
of
will
it's in
affect
it,
everything?
then it will affect everything.
Oh.
Of course, no.
It
So
was,
then I just made it so none of my teammates could attack
Rip.
or do anything. So I
Your
don't
favorite
remember the
memories
rest of the
is
story. I know
backfiring?
somebody did something.
Oh, it was me.
Oh, it was
I
you?
did it, yeah.
Okay.
So it was playing Into the Abyss, and we were fighting the two-headed demon with the tentacle arms.
Sure.
I can't remember the thing's name.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Demigorgon?
the Demigorgon, yeah, there we go. And so she cast anti-magic field with a group of like, I think it was like a bard, there was a paladin, there was
A lot
me.
of people with magic they want to
Yeah,
use it.
and then we
Yes.
were all using, and so she cast anti-magic field, and I go, oh no, we need to get her away because she can't, like, that's not something that you can just turn off. It's just, it lasts there.
Oh, so it's not a concentration.
It's not a concentration.
Wow.
So,
No,
Cool.
it's centered around me, right?
yeah, it was centered around you, I think, or at least that's what the calling was, because it was, Demigorgon.
It was around me.
So I was like, I don't want to hurt her, but can I kick the gnome away? And the DM was like, on a nat 20 you can. And I was like, cool. Nat 20. Kicked my wife literally like 20 feet away. Like that was
Punted me like a football.
yeah. But the reason
Thank you.
so the reason I was a monk lock is I started out as a monk because I hadn't played 5e before, so I wanted something simple. And I was like, monks, you get a cool couple features, you get that, so nice, easy. Tiefling, because I'm gay, obviously, gotta have it.
I wasn't going to say it.
And Demi. That was a good one. Too bad you can't have an inspiration.
Oh.
And
I don't know. For questions, they couldn't get an inspiration to reroll
No.
a roll.
No.
Want to reroll?
Nothing. So at first that's what I was doing, and it was really funny because we started out with the team that was like level 10, and we were level 1 because it was Adventure League. So anytime I went down, I would ask, "Hey, can I do Hellish Rebuke as a bonus action?" And it got to the point where the party actually thought that like the only time a tiefling could cast Hellish Rebuke
When they knock
is
one
if
down.
they got unconscious. And I was like, no, once I'm up to level 10 with you guys, I can actually do that, and I can cast it whenever I want as a reaction. But after a while, I was like, oh, I kind of want to try something else. And the DM, Nate, was like, you can do a warlock. I mean, because then it's nice, easy magic. You can still do all your stuff, whatever. And I was like, awesome. So how does that work? And he goes, well, you pick your, we went through the whole thing. And I ended up picking because my monk was a drunken master.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up these mushrooms that he allowed me to ferment into beer that made me glow, like give off dim light. Which was super fun.
The Underdark, or?
Yeah, we were. Yeah, it was
Oh,
Into
okay.
the Abyss. Dude, we were like fighting off
In the
insanity and
abyss.
stuff. It was crazy.
I had whalebone nunchucks. No, somebody did. I don't know.
What?
It wasn't me, but
What is your favorite in-game event that you remember? Huh? Allow. Why is the auto mod doing that? That's dumb.
How did someone get blocked?
Yeah, Doug's question, and it highlighted what is your favorite in. Don't know why that popped up. Anyway.
Can you mod me, by the way?
Huh?
Can you mod me?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Don't expect me to know how to
Jeez,
do
Francis,
stuff.
God.
Because
I thought you knew things.
I don't know a lot of stuff. I say stuff so like confidently that
I thought you just said that you knew the things.
I know a lot of things. Anyway, so I picked the Fiend Warlock, and Nate was like really into mythology and history. He was like, well, your character gets drunk, why don't we make it so-and-so of like German mythology or something. Basically, a kobold who got drunk and blessed taverns and stuff. So I found him in the Underdark, this little demon who just wanted to party and stuff. And crazily enough, during the entire campaign, if my character wasn't drinking, they did not hit. Like, if I did not make the conscious effort to be like, I spend a bonus action to slam a beer, I could not hit. It was the craziest thing.
just the dice telling their own story.
Yeah, the dice were telling that story. And so my familiar was an imp flavored as a kobold, and we just we would get drunk together the whole time. Yeah.
Is that mechanically, did that work out for you very well? Monk law?
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
had...
not a combination you usually hear.
So,
how many levels in each?
I think it was because we only got up to level 17, so it was 3 warlock, and then the rest were monk.
That's a lot of monk too. So
Yeah.
Warlock. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was literally, I just wanted to try it out, and so I had Eldritch Blast, and that was it.
I was level 15 before I started taking levels of Barbarian for Arlet.
That's crazy that we still haven't done that. We have a question. It says, Dr. Doug, PhD, says, my question for each of you is, what is your favorite in-game event that you remember? It doesn't have to be this campaign or your current character, whether you were a GM or a PC. Who's going to go first? Roll! I got an 11. You can roll that one. Nice.
You got the same.
5.
10.
With symbiote dice.
13.
No, you're first.
Favorite memory in game event. I feel like just because it was the game was fresh to me, the first short campaign I played. I was playing a gnome thief, specifically that subclass for rogue, and I had a sheep, and the sheep almost made it past the first battle encounter, and it wasn't a familiar, it was straight up just your basic stat sheep.
Just 1 HP.
That somehow just magically kept getting not eaten by this one troll that kept beating the shit out of it. Or trying to grab it to take away to eat because it was starving or whatever. So just those kind of that kind of roles, and the tension of, will my stupid joke sheep survive this encounter, was one of my favorites.
I will say one of my favorites actually was with the majority of this table, because you weren't at the table yet. But you guys were in a desert area, which I know traumatizes most of you. But you guys had
Which one?
the second one. You guys, it was whenever your mom was there.
Okay, yeah.
And you guys were fighting the bad guy, the puppet master, and you got your mom, and she was fighting you, and you freed her. Your dad, you freed him. It turned out that he was dead, and then you were like, "Fuck this bitch," and you just punched her face into a wall, obliterate, literally spent the time to describe it, and I was like, that is. But it was you could see it was Katie, it was Arlette through Katie, through Arlette, Katie wanted to kill this character, and to this day Katie is I killed them, and truth be told, Puppet Master's still alive.
Yeah, we haven't.
It's a high level wizard with simulacrums everywhere, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We haven't tracked down their main buddy yet.
My favorite moment.
you sound
playing
confused.
into the not into the what's the cold campaign, Matt?
Oh, Icewind Dale?
Icewind Dale.
Yeah, playing Icewind Dale with Matt as the DM. We had just finished going through the fortress, and it was just two of us playing it that day, and we get to Avarice at the very end of that.
Oh yeah.
And the other guy trying to prevent Avarice from leaving. And we're not leveled enough to take on Avarice. He pretty much one-shots him and almost gets me down to 2 hit points. I'm in wild shape as a druid, and and then she's like, "I am leaving now." And my character not going "Fine, but I will find you and I will kill you," and just that moment of setting up an antagonist that I'm not even sure if the adventure kind of meant for her to be such the main antagonist, but setting her up for especially for my character going, I'm here because I'm going to eventually find Avarice and kill her myself. It was just such a great moment. I was down to 2 hit points, pushed out of wild shape down to 2 hit points, and holding the other guy upright, holding the other guy because he had gone down, and going, yeah, I will find you and you can leave, but this isn't over. I am going to kill you myself. And then finally at the end of the campaign, after we beat the main antagonist, you're basically getting a hold of Avarice and stomping her into the ground was fantastic.
Neat.
Do you remember that, Matt?
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Mine.
Oh, that was great. I kind of have kept that character in the back of my
told us
head
all that
as a
happened.
backup character. Sandra would have to approve of certain aspects of that character for use in the campaign here, but
we missed a question a while ago, but I will bring it up after. Katie, what was yours?
Mine was actually from that same campaign. It was more of a player thing. We were fighting a bunch of fucking oozes, or gelatinous cubes, that's what they were. And I had an owl bear as a companion. His name was Friend.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I was a barbarian, by the way. I shouldn't have been able to talk to animals, but I did. And he was protecting me, and I had advantage because he was flanking, and I rolled 2 nat 1s twice. Both with advantage. I immediately scooped up all 4 of those D20s and set them on the counter over at Etten, and then never picked them up again.
I'll give my favorite memory real quick. It was with most of this group playing Call of Cthulhu. Sandra wanted to play a quarterback, and there was this big battle at this farm, basically, where there was a distillery with this tainted water that was making people become mutated and stuff, and the distillery blew up, and everyone was almost dead. And Lainey's character says, "Well, I want to see where this is coming from," and Sandra's character is going, fuck this, we're going home.
Fuck this, fuck you, we're out.
Yeah, we all left. But the best part about the explosion is David's character was sleeping. He was physically the closest one to it and took no damage.
It was ridiculous. That was
insane.
Crazy.
My favorite event was when we were playing Adventure League together. And I think it was Adventure League, at least. And I had won all the Chewingas.
Dude, the Chewingas! Oh my gosh!
And then all the little rock things.
Yes. Yeah, that
and
was
I had
before the
50
homebrew.
of them, and just...
That was so much to keep track of.
Chewingas.
Okay, so Allison asked the question, with all my different homebrews, has it inspired anyone else to do homebrews or original writing?
Yeah.
I mean, I've made like one-off monster like stat sheets and stuff like that. I've been tempted to kind of adapt the game that I had made into like a short campaign. Like I've talked about it at the table before of just like low to no prep.
Yeah, you also
Oh,
mentioned
yeah,
that
I
the
think-
other time too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
See,
it's
I
good to do
ran
that.
my own cyberpunk campaign that I made up on my own. It's still set in the world of Night City. But yeah, I made up the campaign, and currently I'm making up the campaign for Star Trek Adventures campaign that I'm running. But it's still in the framework of the game.
Yeah.
I think I would have loved to be a DM and create my own world when I was younger. Now I just want to play. What?
When you're younger, bitch, you're not old now.
Dude, she's 32.
Glory
Okay.
days are over.
And
Wow,
I'm talking
32
like
is so old.
12, dude.
Yeah.
okay, fair. Okay.
Wow, 32 is so old.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? But no, when you were like a kid, I got you. Okay.
Here, let me go get
I
my
can't-
senior discount
I
at
can't-
Denny's.
That's my favorite memory
David's
of my
gone.
I
dad.
can't hear the.
He's,
I always
his
get
lips
the
are
kids
moving,
discount.
but his audio is gone.
Oh no!
Well, well, I still have him on here.
No, he's here. I just can't hear him for some reason.
I can check on here. I can try this. Let's see.
I'm not good at reading lips. Bop, 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 bop.
I gotta change.
David, you might need to.
Oh,
back
there,
out
I
of
saw
the,
him.
You might need to back out of the call and come back in.
Yeah, I think you have to leave and come back. Yeah, he just dropped.
Yeah.
We'll see him soon.
Discord.
I see it drop.
There we
Okay,
go.
cool. We got you.
There
We
we
got you. You're back.
And now your
Is it
camera's
going
back.
now?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yay.
All right.
I
Congratulations.
see the green ring. That means it can hear me.
Can you hear
Discord
us?
can be weird in general sometimes.
Yeah, Discord.
I can
yeah.
hear. I can hear you guys the whole time.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I can see on here when his stuff isn't working.
Yeah.
But there's nothing. I mean, if it's him, it's just gonna stop working altogether.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, because if like he can hear us but we can't hear him, it's on his end and
Yeah.
he has to.
I got it working. It's fixed.
You did.
I think.
Good
Welcome
job.
back.
Yay! I is smart.
I had a question and then I forgot it. So let's roll again.
Peppercorn
Dude,
time.
I got an 11.
16.
Jeez.
That's my second one
I got a rock.
of the evening.
Huh?
That's my second one of the
15.
evening.
15? 5?
17.
17? Did you move
I
yours?
got higher than yours.
Okay, so
That's
then
all I know.
You know,
I'll go, because I don't remember what I got.
at
Alright.
some
You guys
point
know
you
what?
could just ask me a question, because I don't think anyone has directly asked me a question yet.
Yeah, I don't think.
If
Matt's
you're
got
feeling-
it.
Matt,
if
what
you're
is
feeling
your
left
favorite
out-
system?
Ooh, yeah, there you go. Matt, what's your favorite system?
My favorite system. Okay, so I always had a soft spot for
What are you doing?
skill-based
Flexing.
games,
Yeah.
Feeling
Stretching.
himself.
like
Stretching. Not
like
just
Cyberpunk and Call of Cthulhu. I mean, they're more skill based
stroke.
as far as opposed to like level based. And it feels more.
David, that's for the Patreon.
It feels more like real world to me. And I really love with Call of Cthulhu how you get better at skills. Is that if you use it, then you can roll to see if you improve it, and you have to roll above your current skill level to increase it.
I'm sorry, Allison. David would never wear a maid outfit ever. Like, ever.
You never know. You may.
No, I can read David very well.
Not on camera.
There you
Not
go.
on camera. That is
So-
Wait, so you're saying
So it has to be on
just
film.
for fun?
No, it has to be on film.
Girlfriends.
David and Maid share most of their letters.
Let's do it on film.
But
Swole
Swole
Maid
Maid Cafe.
Hey, why not?
That's a Patreon goal right there.
I'll tell you what, if we can get up to 1,000 followers before next year at the same time with Francis, I think we should all wear maids' outfits.
I'd be up for it.
I'll put that down right here, right now. 1,000 followers?
Someone
You
would
down
have to
for it,
get me
Katie?
the maid outfit.
For 1,000 followers.
Although,
1,000
you know,
followers.
if I was to ask my wife, she would probably make me in.
I was about to say,
Um,
give you the best to fit.
For me, wearing it outside of on camera.
I used to go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I think
That's pretty
I think
tame.
you'd be the happiest out of everybody if
Right?
you were wearing maid outfits.
Like we're all just standing here all fucking uncomfortable with masks.
No, I was taking Lainey.
Oh,
Lainey literally just like looked down and I looked up and she goes like, what? Just like she would literally be the happiest one. She'd be like my wife in a maid outfit. Yay.
I don't think I'd be compatible with a dress. Let's be real here.
You'd be
I'd
surprised.
be like those.
No, I mean like
Matt gets main character.
I would not be
main
able to sit modestly. Let's say.
I'd be
Well,
like.
no, we're not gonna have the cameras underneath the table.
yeah, we're not doing
What you do is you
You know
sit with your
that
knees closed
anime
and your
where
ankles
watching
crossed.
The
My-
maids
my-
with the horns, just like the really scary.
And if you're really
Oh,
nervous, you just
pregnant
hold your
is
hands
totally
folded.
No,
My impulse on
Army Life
sitting
in
is
Another
like
World.
this.
It's a
Wait,
super quick isekai thing.
You actually learn how to adjust when you're wearing something over.
Yeah.
What's funny is that this camera's covering up my knee, so they have no
Yeah, I
idea
know.
what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. Then why are you worried?
I mean, like that camera, not that one.
Huh?
You kind of naturally understand like how to sit down and how to adjust the
True story.
font.
Should all get some lifted kilts.
See,
That's how I know how to
What does lifted
sit
mean in
down
this
and interact with
I've seen it
people
lately.
with that sort of garment.
I'm sorry.
Next question.
Rewind. What do you mean you've seen lifted kilts around recently?
I don't even know what does
What is a
lifted
lifted?
mean.
One, what is a lifted kilt? Two, where are you going? That lifted
Wait.
kilts are just around.
Is it like a
you
lifted
don't know what
truck?
a lifted kilt is?
Yeah. It's
Lifted kilt.
it's a alcoholic beverage,
Okay.
Oh,
That makes more
okay.
sense.
So
and
it's
I've
the-
been seeing their trucks around.
Okay.
They're called.
Okay, you said I don't know what they are, but I've seen them around, and you didn't think to say that they were a drink until now.
I did.
You
No, you didn't. You just now
did
said it.
not. We've
I
been
said
talking
it.
about make
I will
and
fucking
you said
replay
kill.
this back.
Oh, we will. I'll pull up the chat immediately.
Okay, yeah. I said it was alcoholic before the last time. I just said it was alcohol.
Before the last time.
Didn't even know whatever she was talking about. Next question.
Okay, next question.
Also, yeah. All joking aside, if we get 1,000 followers by next year, I'll totally wear a maid outfit. I think everyone will. Can you do it, Francis? Are you gonna suffer the indignity of your 500 followers maid outfit?
I think there's gonna be some under the table.
I'm fairly confident that this is not going to be a thing I have to actually worry about.
I really hope we just get like one viral moment and then everyone's all
Just
like, oh, we
blast
gotta
it.
do this.
Who knows? This could be the moment.
All right, what's the next question?
Some people wait.
No, it'd be even better. We all forget about it. We get the viral moment, and then somebody digs up the clip of us saying
Yeah.
Let's go with Zoe's question for
Okay.
you specifically. Tell us about a moment you wanted to TPK so bad. Please, please, please.
Oh, there's
The time
so
we
many.
had a zoo.
it. Time.
I know.
Which time you guys had
she
a
just
zoo is
wanted
a
to
better
kill
question.
the animals.
Yeah,
We've
which
been
zoo did
we've
you
been
eat?
pretty chill with bringing on
This
extra
time-
You guys-
things.
She
Let's
hated
you guys-
the pizza pies.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. you guys have been chill about bringing on animals, but you guys have not been chill about bringing on NPCs. You guys are like, every place we go, we gotta get a new... That's why I'm trying to avoid islands, because I'm like, you guys are gonna get another damn NPC.
It's
Gotta catch 'em all.
As bad as when we were doing Wild Beyond the Witchlight, though, Sandra.
We have 2 NPCs
I was a
right
ranger.
now.
I got a
Yeah,
companion
yours was good.
built in.
Collecting people.
See, Bodo got a beating heart.
That's true.
You did.
Is that a pet?
Like, no, like, literally, like, it was just a beating heart,
an
yeah.
actual beating
But I mean,
heart.
is that a pet? Does that count as a pet?
Yeah,
He called
it's
it one.
alive.
As a zoo?
Yeah.
He was trying to find its owner.
Yeah.
I got a panther.
I would say the time that I've wanted to kill you all.
Pizza pipes.
No, actually, that was funny. It was a little bit embarrassing because I wasn't expecting Lainey of all people to be the pervert, and I was like, "That's my wife, and this is a thing that's online forever." But no.
Did you expect one of us to be a pervert more?
No, I was fully expecting me to do it. I was like, I'm gonna have to do it because this is an anime. Someone's gonna be all like, "Where's the pervert?"
Someone has to be a pervert.
Yeah, like there has to be that perverted character. And then Lainey just threw her hat in, and I was like, "Oh, geez, I don't know what to do with this." Thankfully, she just focused on you all and didn't do anything to me that much. But no, it was whenever you guys were freaking doing your damn skyward ladder. All I wanted to do was kill
Stairway to Heaven.
All I wanted to do was Stairway to Heaven. I was just like, and I was like, I can't. I had to stop myself from killing you multiple times. Like I had to be all like, no, this is not fair.
I was
You
fully
can- you
ready
can't
to
do this.
fucking turn into a puddle in the ocean.
And I was
Hey,
like,
but then you
no,
have a
no, no.
stairway right to heaven.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I was
Like,
already
it would have
halfway
been
there.
very easy to justify
Yes, it would
killing
have. It would have,
her.
but I really
How
wanted
would you
to
have
just,
gotten the rest of us?
I would have just
Kraken
She
attracted
just
to the
Yeah.
smell of my
crashes
blood.
right into the
Just-
deck of
I
the ship.
really want to
She
watch
sinks.
Yeah.
I really want to watch that South Park episode now.
just. It
Oh,
was,
when Cartman builds the thing to get the ticket from Kenny.
oh man, I was so.
Yeah.
So
So,
done
the
with you
context
guys.
behind that is we were trying to find a sky island, right?
So you guys,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the
So
idiots
what
that I
happened
had.
was.
That's how you know it's a fucking bad story.
So what
had
had happened was we were trying to find a sky island, right? And it was very tall. I can run, and my monk barbarian can run very fast for a very long time and jump very high. So we got all of the unused lumber on the ship.
And made
And
ladders.
Naki, our excellent artificer, made a very good ladder, very, very tall. And I ran up that bitch so
Very tall.
fucking fast and jumped so fucking high.
Oh.
And then I saw a ship and then immediately plummeted. How many fucking D6 was that?
So technically it's supposed to max
It's-
out
it was
at
supposed to
20,
max out.
but I was
You had,
like,
like,
if you
two
keep doing
handfuls.
this,
Yeah.
you're gonna get hit with each one.
Yeah.
And I think it ended. No, I didn't even have that. I didn't have enough in my hands. I had to do multiple handfuls because I think it was like 46.
It was insane.
It was an insane amount of
no,
dice.
it was 46 D6 of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and I lived.
Because it was. So here's the thing.
I
So
lived, bitch.
there
I did.
is a.
Oh, yeah,
So in D&D.
less than that.
No, so in D&D there is an upward limit of like how high you
damage.
go before it's just instant death, technically speaking.
Yeah.
So like if you get up to 499 feet without any reaction, without anything like that,
Oh,
you
I
just
got way higher than that.
yes, you did. This is why it actually saved you. And I wanted to I kept double checking with you where you were going to use your stuff. And you got like 600 and some feet.
It was something like that.
It was stupid high, and then you just came down. But after at 500 feet, you get like it's another round. So every 500 feet, that's falling for a round. But the way the mechanics are built, so I had the excuse of like it's over 500 feet, so that's the 100 feet you fall. There's one round, and then the 500 feet after that is another
To have a
round.
flashback with, with your sensei or whatever the guy was.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And yeah, you had enough hit points to survive because instant death is double.
You got me to burn my reaction so I couldn't rage and have the damage off rip.
Yes,
What was the?
it was so bad.
Do you think
it was
she would have
fantastic.
gotten further if she tried to salmon ladder with the immovable rod instead of using it to
Oh no,
prop up
we did
the-
that.
They did do that. So
No,
they.
No, so I
we used the
did the immovable rod and
to
then
anchor
used
it,
it to
yeah.
springboard myself.
No, but like, do you know what a salmon ladder is?
No.
Salmon ladder is to go.
When there's
Oh!
when there's like
Yeah, but that's not fun.
I was like, how far do you think that would have gone?
That would have gotten all the way to the top, theoretically, right?
Well, it
Assuming
depends on
you
your
pass all your
endurance. So you
rolls.
would have to have been a con check after a little while.
Yeah.
But Arlette is
Yeah.
stupid. Like that's a monk.
Barbarian
you have to
monk?
barbarian
Yeah.
monk.
And then just chill out for a bit.
It would-
You're like,
yeah,
oh,
it would be
muscle
an
sword.
athletic-
Yeah,
well,
and then I
hang
can
out.
just like flip up and just sit and wait and rest. Like,
Yeah.
Some song.
Yeah, we got
There,
it
there,
though.
is
Wiley
there was a
territory.
smart way to do it. Did they do it the smart
But
way?
it was
No.
also not
And
the fun
I
way.
just wanted to murder them. That was. I was just sitting there like,
Oh, I
this
was
is so
fully
annoying.
ready to fucking die. Dude.
And to be fair, it was Dumb and Dumber being like the way they are, so I accepted this, but I was
Who
also
and
just
who?
like, you, Maul! Maul was like, do
I was
it!
there?
Yeah!
yeah,
Do
it was
it, no
the
balls.
Yeah, it
scouts.
was the ladder to the top.
Yeah.
And you guys even
The
argued about
scouts.
who was going to do it, and
think-
Arlette was like, I'm faster than you.
I have more
Yeah,
moves.
I think Sensen was like getting into it too.
Yeah. No, everyone
Everyone
was full
contributed
send into
in
this
their own
ladder.
way.
Yes, everyone
Everyone was
everyone
into
was
it.
up
Even
for
the
it.
smart one, he built the fucking
I
thing.
think this might have been like my third session ever
I think
with this
so.
group,
It
so
was,
I was just
which
like,
was fantastic.
so I was just like, I'm going to smile and watch this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, and then you were like, you saw me like
Smiling
fucking face
wave,
down in the water, and you're like,
boys.
I'll go get her.
I was like, I'm a fish person. I can swim, walk up healing word or whatever.
Yeah.
the heck- Or no, lay on hands.
Yep. It was very good.
And then you were like
Very
blind
good.
for
Yeah, I had a concussion.
several weeks in
Perfect
game.
ladder. Didn't we have to pull the ladder apart specifically to get some lumber for something?
We
else
did. It was all of our
afterwards?
It was all the spare
of
lumber
it.
for that Senshin. I think Senshin was like, I think that's why he was up for it, because he was like, well, this is my spare lumber, so
Yeah.
you guys can have
Well,
it.
no, we specifically made it in a way where we could easily take it apart and
Yeah,
have
it was
our lumber.
designed for that.
Yep.
All right, next question. Ready to roll?
Yeah, let's keep doing. Let's roll with the rest of Zoe's question.
12.
You
got
got
a
13.
This will be for all of
Okay.
us, so this.
Oh, okay, it's for everybody. Never mind.
This will determine order at least.
Okay.
I shouldn't roll with advantage. I don't want
Fucking cheater.
to. 5.
5, okay. 4,
15.
15. All right, so it's going to be Matt, me, Katie, David, what'd you get?
4.
4?
Cool.
Uh,
I got a 5.
so, Francis, I need David and Lainey to roll.
15.
6.
6, okay, so it's Francis, Lainey, David.
Cool. All right. So the
Yay.
question is, which part of your current character most aligns with your personality in real life?
Well, let me think. I'm not a lesbian,
Autism of
But you like women.
but I like women.
Yeah,
So there you
that's
go.
something you have in common.
Um, I used to be like I used to get upset at B's when I was in college.
At bees?
The
Yeah.
grade, not the animal.
Oh, okay. I was about
I
to
Oh,
said
I was fully
thieves.
thinking like
The
bees. Yeah, the
insect,
animal.
yeah.
I heard thieves.
Oh.
I was like really upset whenever I got a B. I always wanted A's.
You strove for excellence
Fair.
in
Yeah.
terms of grading. Fair enough.
My current character, are we counting Satien?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Or pick a. I mean, that's the most your character in this current campaign. I
Yeah.
guess.
Or Tanaka.
Or
Yeah.
Tanaka, yeah.
Pick which one of those is closer to you. I feel like there's a more obvious answer.
I would say me and Tanaka both kind of focus in on on one thing for a lot, but also Satien, who is technically like he is a DMPC. Me and Satien are both shippers. We're big into it. We both
Nice.
love it. So
I can
yeah.
tell.
I mean, it makes sense for Satan because he's a shipwright.
Ha!
Shut the fuck up.
Building the ship. Nice.
Francis.
Is it my turn? I thought it was.
Oh no, it's Katie.
Katie's.
Sorry, yeah, Katie.
Me and Leaf or Life. Fuck, I can't believe I did it. Shut up.
And swords. That's not really
Swords are
personality. That's a
Yeah,
thing that you both do.
we both do swords. Just like Ken, his job is beach.
That kind of reminds me of like Fiona from Adventure Time. Gave me a sword. I'm totally into swords.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fair enough. Sometimes you play a character to not be you.
Yeah. I guess kind of the same as Matt. I am not a straight man, so but I do also like women.
Just the object of your attraction is the thing you hold in common with your characters.
That was beautiful.
Who's next?
It was you.
Alright. Casey's weird because a lot of their traits are either things that I've lifted directly from myself and amplified, or things that I've added specifically to contextualize those traits in a way that makes it so that they're not me at all. So, one fun thing that I don't think I've told anyone at this table is there was a large portion of my life where I would have deja vu followed immediately by a panic attack. So that's a thing that I have in common with Casey to a degree.
Okay.
My weird attention span makes it so that I do value, or that I find physical touch very grounding in a moment, which is something that I've directly put into Casey. But I've also made sure not to give Casey any respect for physical, like, personal boundaries. Which is, so, like, that makes them completely different from me in behavior, at least, I find. In terms of gender expression, sexuality, that's all just kind of new stuff that doesn't derive from me at all. The early energy of I have to be right nerd rage that I brought with like the start of the campaign is something that's very internal to me, but without the self-restraint that I have, or without the anxiety that naturally comes with me interacting with other folks, like in a professional setting. So they're much more likely to like yell, kick down a door, and call someone an asshole before they leave.
I don't know. I've seen that PowerPoint for that YouTube video you're working on.
So like the sort of like the need to be right and precise is something that I have, but that we have in common. But the sort of means by which you would resent that, or like you would antagonize others with that, is a new thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Lainey?
Maha, I would say that I use my D&D characters as like my alter ego, or like my inner voice that I don't want to share with the actual world, because blowing up a dry dock in real life isn't frowned upon.
I didn't blow up a dry dock yet.
Yet.
Just
But
not one around.
they're just kind of the opposite, like forward going, just kind of a do it attitude. But I do share with Maha the want for to bring people together, make them happy, and I love food.
Hell yeah.
That is true. Lainey is big into wanting to do things with other people. The downside to that is Lainey is not good at being the person who
To plan the
things, which then leaves it to me, who is, I have 2 jobs. That's always my like go-to response of like, I would love to bring people together. I would love for us to have like multiple days where we're all doing things together. I do not have the energy. I don't, and I would love to have the energy. But yeah, just.
I also don't share drug use with my character.
No, you fucking liar.
All right, David. What do you got in common?
I am not gonna lie. All of my characters that I have built, their baseline has started out as an aspect of my personality that I have just exaggerated and made the focus of the character's personality.
You don't say.
So, what?
I just assumed it was
I
all your
don't say
your
that.
one single trait that you share with all of your characters.
Well, probably why they'll end up being a little bit autistic, because it's
A little
one
bit?
aspect of my personality.
A little?
No,
Yeah,
you've
if you
been touched
exaggerate.
by the tism. They've been molested by it.
You were like, you pray to the autism gods. They are the autism gods. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, so, yeah, they, and so, yeah, his, like, Leaf is my, like, that aspect of me that is like, alright, I want to focus on, my little smartness. Does that make sense? And so, yeah, he is, Leaf is kind of the voice in my head, honestly.
Okay.
He lives here somewhere, along with Naki and
Naki 1.
Snakes and Shadows.
Oh yeah.
I see shadows.
That's a good name. I have a question for everyone. Do you guys think I'm planning a TPK? Is that what you guys are keep asking
Not
about
necessarily
Not
planning,
necessarily
but
planning.
if
Not
you see
deliberately,
your opportunity,
no.
I do think you'll jump on it.
There's an
You are
impulse,
planning
not a
for
plan.
the
Yeah.
possibility of a TPK.
I don't want to
You're not
TPK you
planning
guys.
a
Why not?
TPK.
You won't.
You're planning for the possibility of.
See, this is why I think. See, okay, this is why I'm concerned that you guys want a TPK, because you say stuff like that, and then I get concerned. I'm all like, oh, am I doing a bad job? Do you guys just want
I'm just
to
like
kill me?
instigating.
Like, I'm
want to-
like, because
I mean,
No, I just think it's funny to ask questions as if you are.
oh,
I just like instigating.
That's a same.
I don't want a TPK because I'm interested to see where these characters are going.
I like.
No, like I don't
I like
want
where
a
this crew
TPK,
is
but at the
going.
same
I
time,
feel
if
like-
it like happens and it's like
so
natural,
okay.
I'm not like.
So if there is a TPK, you aren't planning. I'm not planning a TPK, Doug. I don't like planning TPKs. I don't like.
Remember, Doug,
setting-
if you TPK this party, you're killing 2 children.
Um,
Skip and Pepperbird are
We're
both
playing
canonically like
kids.
kids.
aw.
That's great.
No,
They
I
do
don't
not
plan.
have the powers that they
I
have.
don't
Annoyingly
plan
powerful
for
children.
TPKs because I don't think that that's supposed to be what
Well,
a
that's-
DM's job is.
Yeah, like you
No,
don't
yeah,
you don't
no,
give me the
absolutely.
vibe of someone who actually
No,
is
no, like-
antagonistic.
No,
or,
but I mean, like,
approach the
even if
characters.
in
But
the
like
terms
when
of like,
you do stupid shit, you're gonna like, oh
Yeah,
you
like-
fuckhead, like you're gonna pay for this.
Well-
but I think that the point of a DM is to give you guys like, yes, the encounter is supposed to be hard. There could be, a chance for TPK if the dice choose it.
yeah.
That should always be the thing. But if I see that someone is like legitimately
like waiting for the
terrified
character-
of their
Oh.
character dying, yeah, I would
Groundhog
probably
Day.
fudge my dice. No, the ground like we
Groundhog
did
Day.
a Groundhog
We
Day
did
type.
that,
Yeah, like
pretty much.
that's the
Fought
thing that I like doing
Bizarro
with
Green Scars.
no with
our
Francis's
Flash
character
Yeah.
with the,
Well,
with the
that's what I
flash
mean.
forward.
When we
Yeah.
like fought the Bizarro Green
Yeah.
Scarves and yeah.
Oh, Bizarro Green.
I will tell you right now, if anyone wants to know where their alternate universe characters, I can tell you, because I do know where they all are.
Oh, really? Like all of them, like across multiple. campaigns?
Yeah, I would say yeah. As long as they're in
Every
my world,
single-
they have an analogous alternate universe path that they took.
Oh, all of our characters that start with AR for some reason.
You guys are awful.
That was not my intention. It just follows that like area is like
Arlet,
a
Ari,
good name.
Ari,
Artorias.
We're pirates. What do you
What's a pirate? What's a pirate's favorite letter?
expect? Let's see.
Ah, you don't get to chop off the joke at the legs like that.
Chop
That's
off
a
the
dumb
joke.
joke. Fuck
It's a
you for
beautiful
saying it.
Yeah, I think I told you that one.
Well,
It's a great
probably.
joke. But yeah, like I've only ever done it TPKs, and even then it
So-
wasn't even a TPK.
Right.
They
No,
left
it
you
was
guys
only
just
a couple of us,
knocked
yeah.
out.
Right. You just defeated the shit out of
Yeah,
them.
I don't really like. Again, I don't like killing characters.
Yeah.
The only character that I've actually ever wanted to kill, because the player was just getting annoying. Honestly, was
We all know. We all know.
We know.
yeah, we know. Yeah,
This was before my time.
this was
It
it
was.
was before your time. And it
That
was
actually
just
kind
because.
of opened the door for you.
Yeah,
to come in.
yeah.
That place.
The
Main
reason
character
why-
syndrome.
But hey, you know what? I gave him the chance.
You did.
I was
You
nice
talked to
about
him
it.
for a
I
long
talked
time,
to him
yeah.
like 3 times.
Yeah.
I gave him way more chances than I actually have for the table rule of as it goes. And yeah.
Interesting.
Are we talking about main character syndrome or
Yeah.
the dice fudger?
Dude, the dice fudger. No,
Well,
he left on his own.
He left on his own.
Dice fudger
When
left on
he
his
got
own.
called out.
And he got called. Well, it's because he started not being able to succeed
Yeah.
at the level that
Everything.
he was, because he wasn't succeeding everything. He was just. It was really okay. I want to. I don't normally like enjoy seeing someone cheat at dice, but the way this guy did it, because he had to have the dice memorized,
Yeah.
so he had to roll and then caress the dice in such a way that we didn't see it until a couple people caught on, and then once you did, then you saw it. But it was never like I'm gonna roll and
Yeah,
make it to
it
be an
was-
auto success.
it was
And,
Hey,
like,
it just
subtle,
sort of
yeah.
it just sort of went like that.
yeah, it was just
like,
a nice smooth motion,
Yeah.
and he,
Almost
yeah.
kind of like he was.
I just
checking
gave
it.
myself
Yeah.
multiple ones trying to fudge this dice. So.
and but once you caught on, you were like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
No.
he
Once
is.
you knew and paid attention, you're like, oh, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, once I saw it, I was.
you could not unsee it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like once,
Make 'em
I
all
think
on a
I think
craps
Matt, you
table.
were the one who pointed it out to me first, and then it was the next session we were doing one for the Call of Cthulhu game or something like that, and all I
his
saw.
stats were insane. First of all, because
Yeah.
he made his character.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I went,
Then he tried
okay.
to fight an eldritch entity. And I was like, no, that's not what you're supposed
It's
to
like-
do. And he's like, I want to fight the evil tree.
It's like everyone else was running away. It's like I'm gonna shoot it. It's
You're like, cool, we're gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's literally the only time I've wanted to kill somebody was that character. Although that character also exists in this world too. That-
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
They took a different route in life, but they are in this world as well.
Wait, so does that mean that race exists? Because it didn't until.
It does.
Ah, neat.
It does. Yeah.
So they aren't all just like chilling out. in
But
that
he
boat
was
below decks.
that he was an elf, but
Oh,
something
no,
happened
I
to
was
him.
talking about.
Oh, those ones. Yeah,
the
they're in
fucker,
Calamity.
Yeah. Oh,
The,
neat. Okay. But yeah, no, yeah.
So were any of these other characters in reserve for the like the alternate green scarves in that fight? Like if we had
No,
actually-
those
okay.
are the only 3.
Okay.
No, because those are the only 3 that would have ended up there. Because
Okay.
I feel like Arlette, just in moving around as a marine type entity, would have come across the goblins, and probably would have been all like, this female goblin is pretty chill, and she's crazy.
I like that.
I like that, and
Chill
then
and
would have
crazy.
taken her.
Yeah, but did she have a nice pair of pants?
She did not. No, actually, in this
No.
world,
Well, we got her
Uniform.
uniform.
yeah, she has a
Yeah.
uniform. Telp has a uniform in that world.
Yeah.
Maul is actually heading up a bandits group. He's a mountain thug.
Oh.
That sounds
okay.
about right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Sensen is like
Well, we know
traumatic
where Senshin.
experience.
Yeah,
with,
Senshin had a
butterflies.
traumatic experience with butterfly
He's taking a
knives.
chill summer vacay.
He's on sabbatical from school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Cockathes, the X-O is, under the control of the Conclave now. We have Bridget, who is, far and away probably looking for somebody, hunting down Conclave legionnaires. Wilson is somewhere. You guys don't know where.
Walking the earth like
Um,
Kane from Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Sharing friendship eggs.
Oh no, we're skipping
That's
over
a
that.
different one. That's a different.
Naki?
Naki is probably still in Riznil. Or in this alternate universe, because I did technically get rid of Riznil, would still be somewhere like maybe in the Diamond Enclave. Has definitely left Caldera. Is no longer in the South, Cardinal South.
Mizuno there in charge?
Uno is in Cardinal South.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in this alternate universe, Uno decided to stay and be one of the people who helps the Minorites escape.
Yeah.
Under the guise of a chief leader.
Yeah. See, but yeah, alternate world Delilah was very scary. Very scary.
And yeah, I mean, unless we have anyone else, those are the main ones. I guess your other characters from the other campaign, the New Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that the trio of Fifi, Z, and your character, what was her name?
It starts with an R.
Rookie.
Rookie.
I think they are still pirates in some fashion or another.
Yeah, Rookie was the one with the friendship egg.
With the what?
No.
Don't.
Okay. I didn't hear what it was.
You don't want to know. It's
You don't.
fine. It's fine.
And so they would be their own pirate. I think they would have their own crew. And they're also in the same ocean as you guys.
Oh.
Who else?
What about Ari?
Ari is probably somewhere in Aramir, still looking for a way to get to Cardinal North. Because, I mean, you guys weren't too far out of the situation. Mika is doing her thing. Probably escaped to some corner of the world and is stealing and retrieving things. And Raven and the other one who... The cleric. I don't think they actually exist in this world just because their characters didn't have that much of a backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So beyond just them existing as who they are.
Except the one with the cook.
Yeah.
Made eggs.
That's it. Yeah. That's where they all are.
Does what's his name exist? Eugene.
Oh, Eugene!
Oh, Eugene. I don't know who that is.
Eugene is
from the...
Russell Leon Jr. I think we can finally reveal. Russell Leon Jr. I think because Russell Leon didn't join, there was no Green Scarf crew to join to die. I think he just died at sea, and I think Russell Leon didn't get betrayed.
Well,
I think he's still just moving on up in the ranks.
Well, the New Dawn, because the New Dawn and Green Scarves are in the same world.
Yes, they're like a couple months separated.
Yeah.
But I know Russell Leon, he died. He was one of. It was a choice between Russell Leon dying and Till dying, and David chose to kill Russell Leon. That was what happened.
At the Gates of Destiny.
At the Gates of Destiny. You chose. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, you know what? I'm not judging you.
Some trolley problem ass.
It was.
Hair
No, it literally was.
Yeah.
Well, if Satium would have died, then you wouldn't have had the getting together.
Yeah. That did happen afterwards. But yeah, that's where they all exist. I think just because of the tides of change, things happen. Butterfly flaps wings type deal. But yeah, you guys all, and I will tell you right now, Arlette is technically being controlled.
Oh.
Yeah, I can reveal that.
Mind control?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah, is under the same effects as her mom and dad. Though I think Arlette, being the monk type that she is, it might be that she's just trying to find a way to break that control subtly, and is going through all that practice to get out of the control, but is still doing what she's being told to do, so that way she can still figure out what is going on.
Compartmentalized herself so that she could stay conscious.
Yeah, some part of her is breaking down the walls slowly enough that it's not noticed. But yeah, so Arlette is a double agent right now for the Warriors of Liberation. Fancy. Or no, the Nobles End, sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was who the Puppet Master was working with. the puppet master was working with the nobles,
Oh,
and
yeah.
because they're a faction of like a divergent group between the Warriors of Liberation and them.
Yeah, they're like a splinter.
Yeah, Splinter. So I have a question for you guys all.
Okay.
I know I asked this already, but would you all pick new characters if we TPK'd, or would you stick with the ones that you already made and want to just go into like the One Piece world if we chose to do that?
If we did something much more One Piece, I don't think Casey would be a good fit for that.
Well, I mean, in theory, you could find some kind of like, because there is that one guy's the little fox guy. He can do that.
Well, I think one interesting thing is if we were to somehow not make it through Calamity, could do it like some sort of afterlife thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be the end there. If it's
there is no like getting out of hell in Iastrica. It is barred off. Like the revivify is literally it's only allowed because Dohensi is like, nope, I need to make them have some kind of hope. But if you die, it's super hard to get back. Yeah.
Alright.
Resurrection stuff is very controlled.
But not. It's like there's some sort of in between plane.
Can you isekai this whole crew? That'd be funny.
I mean, I would allow you guys to just basically like be One Piece characters. The only thing, like, yours would be the hardest one, Delilah, because as far as a noble goes, you would have to have suffered an extreme, like, removal of nobility to be like, I'm going to go be a pirate.
And be hiding your identity.
Because that is something that, like, legitimately would need to
would
happen.
get you killed immediately.
Because nobles are like it is the 1%, and they are only they're like, we are nobles and that's it, to everybody else, and there is a hard divide. There's not like I think shown in all of One Piece, everyone who has been like, I was a noble and I became like a pirate and I gave up that life, only did so because the other nobles were like, you suck and you need to die, and then they survived that situation.
Yeah.
But nobles,
Well,
hardcore stick together.
Oh, you're not caught up in the manga yet?
No.
Okay,
There's
never
no
mind.
spoilers.
No one's saying.
But I mean, for the most part.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So that would be something. But also,
there's
there
some
would
things
be
in her backstory that would work.
we could make it work. But that's what I'm saying. But it would be yours because like.
Your
Welcome
backstory
back.
would just be more like intensive.
Yeah, it would much more like. I think Delilah would definitely have a fear of fire. Like, you would have to have some kind of like wisdom save if you ever saw fire type deal.
Because like most One Piece, it's all like, I want to be Pirate King, I'm gonna be pirate, and that's about it.
Yeah, if the cat like Vaughn, I think would be better to be like the architect. Would be like very Nico Robin.
Okay.
Yeah. As opposed to the captain. I think.
Yeah, like the historian.
Yeah, I think because we would have to figure out some way to do Cal, which would probably the only way that would work is if Chopper situation where Cal ate the human fruit, the Hito no Mi, and it's just like and then changes to
I
human
still don't
form.
understand the mechanics of that.
I still don't know what
Okay.
you don't understand.
All right, well,
Let me explain this to you. We're gonna wait because we all were there, but I'm gonna explain to you again. Okay, so awakened animal is an animal that was given the level of intelligence of a human, like sentience, but is still like originally an animal. So you would think like Doug the dog from Up, where they're like, I am a dog and I understand I'm a dog now, but I can talk. Whereas the Hito no Mi takes an animal, if they eat it, and makes them able to comprehend all of their humanness, like, and they know how to use the power that they have, so they can actively choose to go from like in Cal's case, cat to like a hybrid human-cat middle ground, and then to pure human.
There's a
human.
physicality to
There's a
the transformation.
physicality, and then they get the intelligence and the skills of a human, whatever that may be, equivalent to them as a cat. So Cal would effectively be, if they were like a stray cat, they would have all those survival skills and all that. But an awakened animal doesn't begin with that stuff. They're just like, oh, I'm an animal now, or I can think now.
I have to think.
But
I
an
don't
awakened-
transform.
Yeah, an awakened animal can transform. They are just the animal, and then
But with people intelligence.
with people intelligence, like the way we did in the holiday one
Yeah.
shot.
Well,
The way you played your dog character, that's an awakened animal. They were very excitable and doing all that. But the Hito Hito no Mi model human is vastly different.
It's a few steps more furry than straight up animal that can
yes,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Chopper only is the doctor because he studied medicine. He
Yeah,
actively studied medicine because a doctor took him in and was nice to him.
Yeah.
Like he didn't just, I know medicine now. It's
Okay.
Chopper's
I
a
learned
doctor.
this.
we have 3 minutes left. You
Oh,
want to get another question?
Great.
One last question. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. One last question.
I'm surprised we actually managed to
I didn't even
fill this
notice.
much time.
Yeah. Time flies. I guess.
I mean, unless you guys want to go a little bit longer. I don't
Do we
care.
have any?
We could go longer. I know Katie is.
Yeah, Katie has to go, but you know. One last question for everybody. Okay, real quick, off the top of your head, if we were in the One Piece world, what you personally, what would you want your devil fruit to be?
I don't know
Like
enough
an
about the
existing
universe.
one, or
Tragically,
What power would you want then?
yeah, it's basically asking
Yeah.
what superpower do you
Yeah.
want.
right. I'm trying to ground myself because what I know about One Piece is black magic armor and stretchiness and
Black
Self-
magic armor.
You got
self-dismemberment.
You got it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all of it right there.
Hinaki, Luffy, and Buggy. And that's
Yeah,
it.
that's pretty much all the main ones.
Oh shit!
Do you want to be Mr. Fantastic?
I will tell
You
you
wanna
right
be a
now,
Looney
I know who
Tune?
I would want to pick. I would pick the copy fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just love to mess with. I should not be okay. This is another reason why I can't have shape-shifting,
Yeah.
because I would be mean
Oh,
about it.
you would be a
I would.
menace.
One, I would use it as a DM and just shape-shift into all my
That would
NPCs.
be awesome.
That would be cool. But as a person who works in customer service,
No, you'd be a
I would
menace.
transform, be a complete menace, and then they'd be like, "Well, so and they look like this," and I would transform. And then we don't even have that person.
Yeah, nobody
What are you
here looks
talking
like
about?
that.
Oh no! Don't say we don't even have that person. Like that person's been dead for 5 years.
Something like that, just to mess with people.
Any of the Logia types would be cool. Crocodiles, actually, the sand fruit.
Ooh,
Be able
okay.
to turn into sand and then just fucking dehydrate things that you touch. And that's not
crazy.
even awakened yet.
That is
we haven't
not
even
awakened.
seen his awakened devil fruit yet.
I'm not.
That's what we mean by there's a devil fruit has his awakened means something else in One Piece, David.
One Piece.
Doug, there is an entire book homebrew setup that you can find and buy on Painted Polygons. I think it's called Awakened Animals, Dungeons and Doggos, and Cats and Catacombs. It's
that's a
super
cute
cool. It
title.
has all that stuff on there. And
Oh,
I even
yeah.
think they expanded it out to have other animals. So if
Yeah,
you
I
want to
played
check that
that.
out, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
I played the Beaglebarian.
Yeah. Anyone else have superpower that they want?
I mean, I would like also to be able to transform, but I like to be able to transform just into animals. But so
Transfer.
Like
You would
Tiger,
want a tiger
Zoan
one,
fruit.
yeah. She'd want a white tiger.
Okay, so like the
Is
cat
flight
tiger
a-
model.
Yeah.
Is flight a possibility? And you,
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even need a devil fruit necessarily.
Yeah, you wouldn't
You could
even need
just
devil
think
fruit.
real good.
No, your
Just
legs
walk
would
in
need to
shape.
be strong enough.
Yeah, you would need to be able to.
Just
You
kick
have
the-
trained it. It's
kick at the sky.
Yeah.
Really good.
Literally,
Okay.
like he's using the force of his kicks to stay airborne.
I will
Okay.
say also,
That
Doug,
would be fun.
if Katie ever wants to hook me up with your email, I can email you over a bunch of
I don't even
the
have Doug's email.
of the books that I have bought, so that way you don't have to buy them because they're
I
like
think I have
$20 a
Doug's
pop.
email just because
You should.
I've been in the same Google Doc, which means that I
Yeah,
should be able to grab his email.
but yeah, we can link them so you don't have to
Yeah.
buy them. Unless you want to support them, which you should.
Yeah.
Anyone else superpower that they would want?
I don't know. Maybe make copies of myself.
That is one that I think they actually have that.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
Shadow clone too.
Yeah.
I don't know if
What's
it's
Naruto do? The
clones.
freaking sexy jutsu.
Yeah,
Sexy shadow clone jutsu.
that's the harem jutsu.
Yeah.
Yes.
David? Superpower? Oh, you went out again.
You
Oh,
died,
no.
dude.
I think that's it.
Well, since David's sound
Tragically.
went out again, we'll just ignore
We'll
what
call
he
it there.
says and call it a night.
I know I can lip read well enough to know when you're not saying shit.
Yeah.
Fucking David.
Thank you all for joining us for this nice chill session. We'll be back with our original campaign. Determined, I believe. I'm gonna ask you guys now, real quick. Are you guys wanting to just expedite to Calamity? You guys have already been sailing for 4 weeks.
I mean,
The
is
next
there
week
something
that you
else we
guys
could
are going to
do?
be trying to do.
Unless you want to bang your heads up against a 26,
It's a
a
22.
23?
No, it's
23.
a 23.
23.
I mean, there's nothing I want to
Yeah.
try to improve right now anyway. I can...
Yeah. I have my plan for trying to tackle Calamity at this point.
I mean, are there other
Are
items?
there
we can visit?
preparations we could make to the ship itself?
Yeah.
No, your ship has been fully repaired. It has all the protections. If you guys have them written down, I don't remember them.
I have them in my notes somewhere.
It's...
The problem with the way that I take notes is that all the information's in there somewhere. I just have to
Right.
dig through 14 pages of nonsense.
So yeah, if you guys want to expedite it, we can just jump right into that
Yeah,
next week.
let's go for it.
Sounds good to
And
me.
Hell yeah, David's back.
cool.
Welcome
And
back.
then he froze again.
Quick, let's all leave
Yeah.
before he gets back.
I like how we have audio, but you're just frozen on the screen. in
Yeah,
terms
he's
of video.
frozen on the screen. So anyway, thank you all for joining us. We will catch you next week with, I guess I can actually name it. We'll call it, next week's episode will be, The Gates of Destiny.
Hell
Right,
yeah.
Gates of Destiny.
The Gates of
yay.
Destiny.
We'll make it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Final
I actually
word.
have 2 faces.
Well,
I
make
was
it
looking
or
back at my
die
notes.
trying.
Hell yeah.
I think we got one for we got stuff for our role playing last week also.
Yes.
And
I
I
have
should
to
be
update
at
all those.
I should be at 2 as well because I get one for my birthday.
You do get one for your
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Birthday!
Several. Like,
So thank you all for joining us. Thank you,
Oh.
Knobhill Fabrics, for what's up. What
Do I get one for Father's Day?
Huh?
Because I think I'm the only father left here.
No, Lainey and I discussed it. She's the father of our dogs.
I'm your
So
father.
then Lainey gets one too.
Because
Yeah.
because
Like
only if we get to call you dad.
Papa Matt!
Papa Matt, Daddy Matt.
GG.
No, in that head he's Papa.
How about
Yeah.
Obasan? Because you are old.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's rude.
All right. So thank you all for joining us. This was really fun. Maybe we'll do it again sometime. Who knows? We will see you guys all next week with the Gates of Destiny episode, whatever episode it is.
15,
15.
I think.
Ooh, that's a good one to go to the Gates of Destiny. That's nice and
A round
serendipitous.
number.
Do we have anything to call out, shout out?
no, I'm still reading this.
Oh yeah, Daggerheart. Nice, that
Is
came
that
out.
the Critical Role?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the new one.
Watch March comes in like a lion.
Yeah, but
I have been watching Apothecary Diaries. It's pretty good.
yeah, Apothecary Diaries is good. But
I-
I've been
When I
hearing
called
from-
it mid, I was just rage baiting. None of you said.
David, what did you say?
I saw an alligator today. I was like, shout out to the
Take
alligator.
pictures!
Shout out
Okay.
to
Send them
Florida.
nudes.
Shout out to
Okay.
Florida.
No, absolutely not. I will never.
Okay,
Fair
that's
enough.
fair. I'll shout out to David, who is in Florida.
There you go.
Okay, try to pet it.
No, for real, next time take a
Oh,
picture. Send it to us.
I'm going to coax it out of the water and I'm going to stick wings on it.
I mean, as long as you clamp its mouth closed, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got all the
I mean,
all
they
the
could
closing
still
power,
just
no
beat the shit
opening
out of you with
power.
its tail if you're not careful.
I will be
Yeah.
carrying
Tail.
Their tail
a
is
strong.
pretty
That's
the
heavy.
death
roll
roll
of
that-
electric
Yeah.
tape
Yeah.
in
Get
your
ya.
pocket, so I can just like hold it down, tape, boom, then wings, boom, and then we have a dragon.
Wonderful. Thank you, Knob Hill Fabrics, for hosting us as we had this wonderful thing. Don't forget
And thank you, my
our
apartment, for hosting me.
yes. Don't forget we have our race to 500 followers. Make sure you let people
MadeCon
know.
2026.
Race to
all
600.
your
I'm not doing
friends.
this shit alone.
500 and we get Francis in a maid outfit. 600 we get
Francis
Zoe
and Zoe.
and Francis. And if we get to 1,000, you get all of us in maid
Everyone
outfits.
in the maid outfits.
And I challenge you all to do that because I don't think it's gonna happen. I think more likely 500 than 1,000 in a heartbeat. In a
Really?
heartbeat.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure 500 is a lot easier to get to 1,000. Probably by a factor of like double,
Of 2? By a factor of 2 is what you're trying to say?
at least.
Um,
It is
Dang.
almost midnight here, so you know.
yes. Anyone else?
I think that's it.
Last chance. Don't forget to support your local businesses. Happy Pride to all of you guys. I have my
Pride.
Pride shirt on today. It's my dinosaurs.
I
We
have
have that
rainbow
one.
stripy sweats on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you bring my shirt?
I did, yes. It's right here. It's the Catitude shirt from Turtle Tea.
It's
or
my
Tea
new
Turtle.
favorite one.
That's cute.
It's great.
That's how I'm trying to live my life right now.
That's fucking go.
Yeah, hey, this isn't sponsored, but you guys should go to Tea Turtle and get some shirts. They're super cute. This one came from it. That one came from it. The one I just showed you came from it. They're Laney's new place to get shirts from.
If they want to sponsor us, we are open to them sponsoring us.
Yeah,
This is
I
your
would
one
totally.
freebie. If you want another one, give us money.
Pay me.
And yeah, I think that's it. So, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye.